With the Tom to the Tucker. All right. Holler at that, your boy. You already know what it is. Shout out to the $1 billion Vibe Tribe. How y'all doing? What's poppin'? Definitely want to take this moment of silence right now. Shout y'all some peace bullets. So let that peace pervade in your auric field. Want to hold space with the rest of you all. I call in the celestial forces of light, vanquish away the darkness. And also, what's up, Dara? What's up, New Age Jaw? What's up, Chad? Y'all don't know, Chad and I are about to cook up a collab soon. I feel it in the air. I can feel it in the air. So, yeah, I call upon the celestial forces of light, vanquish the ploy of darkness, vanquish and protect from any so-called shout out to Coca Choco, who's aligned with the peace bullets. You already know what it is. And anyone who may try and distract. Okay. Shout out to those of you who are staying strong. Please know, as the awareness of astrological principles and concepts become more mainstream, and people for some dumb reason think they know, advanced delineations of transits more than people who've been doing this for years. Just expect there to be some type of, misunderstandings, people who feel like they know your craft better than you, even though you've been doing this experience for longer than them. Definitely expect this whole notion of people wanting to downplay what you do as if they may know what's up. Oh, that sucks. I'm about to have my own cheaters league. Okay, I'm interrupting myself because Mars is in Gemini, so just get used to this. But y'all don't even know I'm about to have my own cheaters league. I think the original way people did cheaters was interesting, but we gonna have our crew and team. We gonna draw a tarot card first and foremost. We gonna be like, oh, 7 of Swords. This motherfucker's cheating on you, but it's all good. We have our crew here, so we already saw them doing it. Come in the van. Are you sure you want to see this? It's gonna be lit. It's really gonna be lit. Okay. Just letting people know that they can join us right now. And yeah, other than that, Mars and Gemini is a whole battle of truth. Okay. I see some people. I saw someone made a post with my name as well as other astrologers out their mouth because they're crazy like that. I'm not even mad at that. It's just a trend that's probably going to happen. If there's one thing that the dude from Cheaters got stabbed. See, it's not going to happen to the peace dealer. I roll with angels. So like, ain't nobody touching your boy. Like we gonna get to the bottom of the truth here. Okay. Better be remembering the faithful male community over here. We don't condone that nonsense. But anyway, shout out to Miss Kiki making her way down to the States. I'm gonna be talking about a whole lot of things, and I have great persuasive ability. So I'm going to talk about some things that are more important than others, but I'll make it look like it all matters because that's my Gemini charm. I'm being a little bit too honest here. Other than that, if there's nothing that you get from this, if there's only one thing that you get from this transit talk, the main basis is this, okay? This energy is going to be extremely distracting. I mean, we're gonna step into Taurus season, so that'll stabilize things. But we are having a T square. We have Mars and Gemini, Jupiter and Sag, Neptune and Pisces. That's a perceptual war. No matter how you see it, that's different opinions and viewpoints. Don't get so caught up on what you're shown. Okay, hopefully by now you know with Jupiter square Neptune, what you're shown is not at all what's really happening. Because what's missing here, y'all? There's no Virgo. So people really don't have the facts like they want to. They think they do. They're going to make up. It's so, if you study the mutable axis of perception, it's the magic in taking one experience and twisting the meaning, where it could mean so many different things depending on where you look at it. And do know the media is proof enough. There are certain angles that you're going to be told stories. and that's just facts. Like what you're shown is not really what is. All I'm going to say, hold me to that. Prove me wrong. I'm not too high and mighty to be proven wrong, but take that in mind. Don't get so distracted by what you're being shown that you forget what the truth is and that you lose focus on the truth. Because what Mars and Gemini is battling for is the truth. Yeah, other people may show you stuff that really doesn't have much to do with the truth you're focused on. Yeah, there might be some outside influences that are important to focus on, but not central to the truth. And if you allow yourself to get distracted and lose this Taurian grounding, then, you know, you can look on the news where you see the Notre Dame was burned down and you lose sight of the real issue. You lose sight of the truth beyond that. Okay, I'm using news media as a source. Thankfully, the news has shown us more and more every day that media outlets are becoming less and less reliable. Oh my gosh. Especially given the preconceived notions and nuances and agendas. You know, we're getting ready for election season, so people have to literally prime you for who's good or who's not, the same old bullshit. Other than that, my friends, Mars and Gemini, this transit is going forward from March 31st to May 15th. Thank you, Evil Del Bono. I'm glad y'all like the Daily Asshole Tarot. Alex Skiles is right. Just a preview. How many of y'all felt when that burned down? There's a soul feeling in everybody. And I know this because Pluto and Saturn is on the South Node in Cap. So there was a soul feeling in everyone like, oh, old establishments, like it's over. Even though you do have the pretense and the, oh my gosh, this is such a horrible thing. Because I mean, it's not really good to burn something down. There is still this like subconscious feeling of, oh, wow, because it's not just the building that got burnt down. It's the symbolic representation of what that is, what it stands for, and how, you know what I'm saying? Bloop. So that's just a sneak peek of what's to come. Of course, you know, certain people have pointed out certain coincidences about how this day coincided with the Boston Marathon bombings, Abraham Lincoln getting shot. Yeah, you can see that as a coincidence, but if you do see it as just a coincidence, you're probably dumb. Also, you know, when the Notre Dame was first getting constructed, 1163, the North Node was in Cancer. So to see this come back around again and it's getting burned down when something like that happened when it was being constructed, stuff you have to think about. Okay, now I'm not a Sag, I'm not a Virgo, so I'm not going to draw a conclusion. I just want to give you an idea. That's what Geminis are for, right? Anyway, enough with this. Shout out to those of you who donated the super chat. I will be doing super chat at the end of this talk. Please keep in mind, I am honoring the super chat priority members. So I have a list. Once you tip super chat, it gives me a list of who did it in order. So I do that order. So I don't think some of you know this. So I'm going to do that order. But before I do that order, okay, I'm going to go to my Patreon list, and I'm going to do all the people who've pledged first, and then I'm going to get to super chat. So for those of you who usually tip every time I do a transit talk or I do, you know, super chat lives, I strongly recommend you go over my Patreon and you just do that. So you wouldn't have to do it each time. You're doing it once a month, and every live that I do a super chat, I got you. Eventually, this is going to peak into too much. So we are eventually going to reach a place where I'm going to just do special live Q&As where I just do the super chat, like a video for the super chats. But other than that, shout out to Kay Martin, who recently ordered a reading. I got you. You got that solar return report, so I'm totally gonna enjoy doing that. Solar return report is one of my favorite reports to do because they're just so accurate and so accurate. And then after this, I'm gonna watch Sue Surf versus Tay Rock. Okay, I know they did that battle a long time ago, but you know I'm gonna brush up on my battle league knowledge. It is what it is. Other than that, Mars and Gemini is a very important placement. I don't know if many of you know, but this Mars cycle going through Aries, which is just past Taurus and it's in Gemini now, is responsible for leading the way into the development of your supernatural abilities. Don't think that I'm off that just because I may not have talked about it as much. Look at Quasimodo predicting stuff. It's very important though, because you're really going to find more intellectual ways. Shout out to Brianna Thomas in the building, of actually now expressing your power. And this is important to know because Mars is leading the zodiac until September. Once we get into Leo season and Virgo season, Venus and Mercury are catching up to Mars, and they're going to lead Mars before we get into the last half of the zodiac. So while Mars is leading, look to your desire. What is it that you're acting on? Because now in Gemini, you're acting on what's true to you. Shout out to Feels with Mish. What's up? How you doing, Emily? Thank you. A lot of people don't know Mish is my future wifey. So yeah, we got married in the astral realms and we're about to have like beautiful Blasian babies. We were gonna wait to you know, completely tell the world. But no, make sure y'all check out her channel. I'm glad you're doing tarot. That's what's up. It looks like we're gonna have to have a peace talk soon. But yeah, Mars and Gemini is definitely interesting to talk about because it's not necessarily you felt 10 girls get mad. That's hilarious. Little peace dealing Tiger Woods. I love it. It's not it's not necessarily it's not really as simple as like Mars is in Gemini, so you're gonna be fighting with your words and you're definitely going to be more smart with your actions. It's in the middle of a war right now. You know what I'm saying? Like Mars square Neptune is a huge deal. Like a lot of you are going to be over the next coming weeks questioning your reality greatly, as the things you're going to be doing authentically will very much so clash with the way you see what's happening and the undercurrents you feel that even intuitively, you know, influence you to do what you do. What am I saying? I'm saying prepare for deception. This is why it's a battle for truth. I would say the most important aspect of this is throughout this whole transit, all this Aries energy shifts into Taurus. And I think the best way to show you this is on the Peace Mobile. So let's do just that. How about we give you a snapshot right now? So as you can see, if I can share this, you know, YouTube, stop playing with me. Oh, is that how you feel? Are you serious? Oh, wow, YouTube. You really playing with your boy. Okay. Anyway, we started this March 31st. We have all this Piscean energy that's clearing, and it's Aries season. So if any of you are still feeling lethargic, if any of you are still like caught in the daze, that's because your mind and heart are in la la land. There's nothing you can do about it. And eventually this will go into Aries once that does, and the moon, finally moves there. May 1st is really that culmination point where all this Pisces energy is cleared, and you're really going to start to see things moving forward as we start to build our roots. And I mean, we're gonna have that Uranus conjunction. It's gonna be sick. And then of course, we're gonna have Mars opposite Jupiter, which is gonna change your life, literally, because it's gonna be King Kong seeing the transformative aspect retrograde too. So like your life's literally gonna change. And then by the time we end this transit, all this Aries energy is in Taurus. So as you can see, this is a huge transition. Why is this transition so important though? Okay. We literally have Mars in Gemini. And remember, Gemini is a mutable sign. So we're seeing all this energy move out of Aries, Pisces, and Aries into Taurus. Once Venus goes into Taurus, everything that you've been building since Jupiter leaving Scorpio is now physically manifesting. A lot happened over the past 6 months. We had Jupiter leave Scorpio. We had Saturn catch up to Pluto. Jesus Christ. We had all this crazy, funky Pisces energy, which a lot of you are reeling off of. Are you aware now yet that you've totally transversed like a whole new timeline? I'm still getting used to it. Like, this is why I haven't been doing lives. Like, I've really just wanted to do nothing this whole time, and just got called to do this live because I definitely had to. But this is where we're going to start to break through out of this twilight zone and step into our main timelines. This is now where we're at, establishing this new season where we're done with filler for good. And shout out to the Aries, because a lot of this is championed by you, but we're in this new timeline now, and Venus and Mercury are concluding on old themes as you're already taking action, in this case in Gemini, to fight for the truth. One thing that's deceptive to say is your truth, but truth is really objective. It's the truth. I had to catch myself too. I've totally said this, I speaking my truth, but truth is impartial. Truth is evidence of facts. Facts don't care about your feelings. So, you don't tell your truth, you tell the truth. And it's a battle to be objective, especially in a world where people are too subjective and they don't want to acknowledge the reality of objectivity, where everyone that exists is not going to be aware of the bigger picture and what it ultimately is. Ultimately, your view is subjective, but that does not mean that objectivity does not exist. It's an objective fact that the sun crosses an ecliptic. The sun moves a degree, right? It's an objective fact that the sun rotates, that it revolves around the sun. How do we know this? Well, this is how we're going to have to battle for this, as Neptune squaring Mars 17 degrees. You have to make a decision. April 26th is coming soon, y'all. And that 17-degree square is going to test you. 17 degrees is a decision. Neptune wants to know, do you really believe in your intuition, or are you just still caught up in the synchronicity train? Because now you're going to have to make decisions based off of the signs you see that, hey, you can't, there's no Virgo, so you can't prove it. You can't quantify it. It's really just an inkling. And this is why you've been building faith, so that by now it's like, oh yeah, no problem. Endgame. That's so true. No problem. April 26th is also Cassidy versus Good, so I'm definitely gonna watch that. It's definitely something that, you know, if you have the right perception, you could see more as an adventure. Jupiter wants to take you on an adventure. Yeah, I'm totally looking forward to seeing how you flourish, Mish. We'll talk about peace talk soon. It should be dope. But yeah, my friends, this is where synchronicities are going to take a different turn and almost test you to make sure you're following it for the right reasons. Some of you have been so dependent on signs, you forget that just because you see a sign doesn't mean that the person who put up the signpost is benevolent by any means. And this is everything that's not only going to be tested, but I don't think it's a coincidence that right now, as we speak, Mercury is not only 29 degrees Pisces, but it's going to shift into Aries by the end of the day. And so we actually have to do a ritual like right now, because Virgo is opposite Mercury, and Mercury in Pisces is the ultimate imagination. And the only Virgo energy we have right now is this moon that can make you be receptive to how to take this fantasy, and it doesn't have to be fantasy, but imagination, and literally make it real. But how? Well, Virgo. But through what? Through Mars and Gemini. And now, this is where we get deep. Now, I'm a Gemini. We have a reputation for being shallow. I don't know what hating ass sign, I don't know what hating ass motherfucker said that. You know what I'm saying? Excuse my language. Gemini is shallow, even though that's kind of true, but it's all good. I'm going to try my best to get deep. Okay? It's probably Scorpio. It's probably Cancer. It's probably the water signs. They're like, oh my God, Gemini is so shallow. But it's like, when's the last time you seen a bird dive in the ocean? But it is what it is. It is what it is. Okay. We all know that the truth hurts. It was death Cancer. There we go, New Age John. See, this is why Podati went off on your asses. But it's all good. It's all good. We gonna let that leave. You gonna leave that in the past, okay? Please understand, Gemini is a portal just like Pisces is. We're going through a portal right now. We're preparing for this full moon in 2 days. And it's definitely gonna open the final door into calling in soulmates. And when I say soulmates, I mean romantic partners as well as friends, as well as people who you're really going to like move forward with in any capacity. It's time. And the agents are already out. See, the first full moon in Libra activated the agents. The second one is going to bring in everyone involved, not just like agents against you. And that's not necessarily, it's not like it was necessarily just that, but that's just the concept that I'm pushing your way. Miracles happen every day, but the whole purpose of this, Mars and Aries, was to spark your desire. It was to push you forward, to remind you that you got this. Then it went into Taurus, and you began the sustenance, the Matrix Sentinel agents. Yes, you began the sustenance of supernatural strength within you that has allowed you to really, at a physiological level, take the spirit that was sparked within you and really build this within your body. Hence the techniques that we've done. Now it's going through the portal of Gemini. Before you start to feel this, end of May, you're going to see your power. And it's because of the opposition to Jupiter and Sagittarius. Now, when Mars is in Sagittarius later, you'll really see it. It's going to be wild. It's going to be one of the most wild Mars and Sag transits. I think Jupiter will be in Cap by then. But because we're having this this strange ass T-square, some of you are going to take action in ways that may betray who you thought you were. Just know that the way you're going into this transit is not the way you're coming out this transit. And it's great that we're doing this now, because a whole lot of this is changing now. And I want to take this, I want to just make sure you understand one more time. Mercury is 29 degrees Pisces. Tomorrow it's going to go into Aries, and the game is changing. Mercury starting a new cycle. Some of y'all are going to have the courage to say things that you could have said before. People are going to say some very, forward things that are very disrespectful. And this is where, anything that someone says that triggers you is a reflection of yourself and how easily you allow someone else's perception to get at you. This is why you're going to, the universe is deliberately going to allow people to say things that get under your skin so that you can examine, why am I letting this get under my skin, whether it's true or not. And this is where I say, be very careful about focusing. What's up, Moonbay? Be very careful about focusing more on what people say or distract you with versus the truth. Okay. Joseph Fay said, how do we not let it get at us? Okay. Shout out to Clementine, who already picked it up starting today. So it's very easy for me to say, because I'm already detached as an individual. I'm a Moon and Cap. I'm a Gemini. Gemini already has that reputation for genuinely not caring. I think apparently that's our problem. We don't care enough, even though we're looking at you guys like, you guys care. The way someone responds to you is their karma. The way you respond back to them is your karma, right? The way someone responds to you is their karma. So how can I let someone's karma affect me? It's easy for me to get, because I see behind the scenes. I know for our battle is not just flesh and blood. So I can definitely understand the whole concept of, individuals being possessed to say certain things. I've accepted for a long time that, a huge illusion is that we are in control of, our entire reality. Responsibility is a real thing. And of course there'd be sound issues as I'm going in, but you are responsible for your immediate reality. But you also have to remember that, it's human hubris for people to think that you're 100% in control of what you do. It'd be more accurate to say a lot of people are really just puppets being controlled by their own habits, by their own psychological dilemmas, by higher beings and forces, by the predetermined quality of fate. If anyone believes in the North Node, you literally know that, you make free will decisions within this predetermined path, because freedom ain't truly free, my friends. But that's a whole nother discussion for another time. When I say that you're not 100% in control, that does not mean that you still do not have 100% responsibility. Every single person has responsibility over their actions. That's just fact. That's how Saturn works. However, you really want to ask, unless this is someone close to you, and that's still not an excuse, for those of you who really let the words of other people trigger you, why? Even the actions. hopefully you're getting yourself to a place of an internal locus of control and just self-confidence and security within, that you don't take personally what other people do. Okay. It's easy once again for me to say, because I can inherently see how things that occur in such a passive aggressive way are purely made to make someone get triggered. You have to remember the context you're in. Do you know you're fighting a spiritual war? That's why I called this the battle for truth, because, you know, people think shit gets sweet and you forget that you're fighting a war for just to be authentic. I mean, you see in this program, you see in this reality a day-to-day cycle of where literal societies get programmed by nuances, by culture, by ideas, and you have the choice to follow it or not. But whether you do or not, you're influenced like that. This is why there's such thing as social media influencers. And before influencers, there was the influencing that was done on the TV, or before the TV killed the radio, before the radio took over the newspaper. It's always a mental war. War doesn't have to be violent. War really just has to do with this constant dance of an ebb and flow of arguments and conflict that makes up the sacred dance between the feminine, masculine, the light and dark. So, you know, when you remember that you're in a war, you're not going to take, I mean, some people are really just, oh my God, some people are really just sensitive. And it's really hard for them to differentiate and detach from what people say and do because they feel things so deeply. Hopefully, you'll realize that's no excuse, because you can't say that on the battlefield. You have to really remember what people's motives are. Do you know what people's motives are? Are you really just at this point taking life by the balls, pause, and just kind of accepting what happens? A transit like this Mars and Gemini is going to very much so attune your mind to the actions you're taking in an effort to see into the true motives of what people are about. So let's go back in time, because Mars went into Aries and it sparked your desire. It went through Taurus and it strengthened it. You cannot see an identity. I mean, you can, but you can't see, like when someone says I am, you don't, that's an intrinsic quality. You don't see it really. You can see it manifested in how someone brings it out in their appearance. You don't see someone's values. And just like Jen Mitchell said, please hit that like button if you haven't already. You don't see someone's values. You can see their values evidenced and manifested through, you know, what they wear and their behavior, but you don't see a value. You don't see a thought. You can see someone's thought evidenced through the words they say when they articulate it, but you don't even see that. You hear it. So we're still in the portion of the zodiac that is still intrinsic. Once you step into Gemini, you're stepping out of there. Once you get into Virgo, it's real, folks. It's legitimately real. Shout out to Amber Scott. Her and Christine gifted me these crystals. You may see a peace talk with them soon. And like Alan Steffen said, actions speak louder than words. But also remember, words speak very loudly too. Okay, there's a balance with that. And what's very important is the dark side of this Mars and Gemini. People who know how you think can manipulate words in an effort to make more predictable the way you'll respond, while also having manipulated what you see. And this is why you want to go within and have this basis of control or awareness be from your own locus, because even people who mean well may not be the best reference unless they're just supplementary. To make this even more difficult to interpret, okay, Mars is squaring Neptune. The reason why you have to make a decision now, before this, about whether you believe in your intuition or not, and what your intuition is guiding you along, because it's not over. Like, Neptune's not even 20 degrees, so you haven't even seen the full picture. We're in the second decade. It's leading you with synchronicities. Shout out to Clementine Cosmos who pulled the Judgment card, because this is definitely one of those days while Mercury is 29 degrees and Virgo is opposing this, where you're going to really see a clear picture, and that Judgment call will ring for some of you. Some of you are going to have to take actions during this transit that seem like a huge detour. This is a detour transit. Mars is going to square Neptune, and you thought you were going straight. You go straight every single day to work. That's your routine. That's the truth. Like, that's how you get to work. Jupiter's retrograding, it's opposite. Oh, and it's squaring Neptune. Sorry, there's construction on the road. You know what I'm saying? Pluto and Saturn are retrograding, so you can't use this road. Nope, sorry, you have to make a right. I know you're not used to this road, but detour life, it is what it is. Now you have to get used to a new routine. Now you have to get used to going a new way. You might not be familiar with this road. But what are the purpose of detours? They redirect you back to your destination. This is exactly going to take place in trains of thought. A lot of you are going to have to think way differently. Ooh, the channeling's coming in. All right, I don't know which one of you sent me energy. The channeling's coming in right now. Some of you are going to have to think totally differently about stuff you've been fixated for a long time, and it's time. This is the fun part of this supernatural power activation, because all of this is sextiling Aries. It's literally having you now express your power. Okay, you were building strength while I was in Taurus. Now you're going to be expressing the attitude of this power. Yeah, you really thought that you were meant to. Okay. This is where I gotta go in. I'm gonna have to get my sage here, okay? Because the universe wanted to. Let me just give you one. I'm gonna drop a bomb on you, okay? Some of you, and I'm gonna use the popular conception of soulmates and twin flames. You have established that you have a special connection with someone, especially for those of you in relationships, right? You feel like you have this very special connection with someone who you're not married to or you're not in a relationship with, and you're like, damn it, how does this make sense? Why do I feel these strong feelings for them? Even though it's your own human mind that just contextualized it, that it had to be romantic, right? Well, now this is where you have literally established that you do have something special, but this detour is, hey, we need to reroute your thinking, because you think you're supposed to get married to this person just because you have this strong feeling. Hey, actually, this person that you have this strong connection to is a double agent. And, we're letting you know about them because at some time in the near future, they're going to be your enemy, or they're going to be someone who gets in the way of your path, or they're going to be someone who you actually couldn't work with before, but now you're going to have to work with. But the way your beliefs are set up, it can create problems. And we had to at least give you signs that you were connected to this archetype of person. And that's another thing. This is another bomb to drop. You've been shown archetypes and you've been attaching it to the person, not knowing that there are billions of people. So maybe somebody literally has like a synastry connection with you, and they were solely just meant to show you an archetype of a person, and you're literally attaching to the actual person when the universe was just showing you an archetype, and you need to release that person. Maybe that's another detour too, and you're just so attached. You'll know if it's true if you've developed an attachment. If the universe is not trying to have you develop attachments, the universe is concerned with your connections. Connections are free flowing and mutual, my friends. Someone had to hear mutual, baby. Yes, they're mutual. If you find they're not mutual, you might be developing an attachment, but that doesn't mean that the archetype that you learn from them is something that you're supposed to let go either. Okay, so keep that in mind. You may be redirecting your awareness and perception of long withheld standing truths to where it's still right, but it's not as true as you thought because maybe you blinded yourself. And so this battle of truth before Mars gets into the third decan is an internal battle, because what's aspecting Mars? Uranus is to the 12th house of Mars, and the sun is to the 11th. And then Venus is going to be the 11th house of Mars. Venus is going to sextile Mars, and this is going to make such exciting sex. Yeah, I know some of y'all are celibate, but if you are having certain people that are healthy coming up with healthy sexual opportunities, please take them. Alchemization is in place. Stay celibate, but use discernment too. Some people, the universe is sending some people for you to just have quickies with. And I guess in your minds it's so black and white. It's like, oh no, I can't. We have to do this. When it's like, it's supposed to be organic. And if you find yourself trying to control what happens, maybe you weren't meant to have sex. Maybe you were meant to just literally expose these control freaky elements here. Okay. That's not in the case for everybody, but we're talking about mutable energy. It's not fixed. So things could literally be one way and they will be the next another way. The last bomb I want to drop on you is, are you ready? Are you ready? How many of you have killed someone before? I haven't knowingly killed someone. I'm so consciously, I don't know. I might have done it in my sleep or unconsciously. I got all this 8th house moon energy, so I don't know. But some of you are going to kill someone for the first time. Now, there's way more times to kill someone. There's many more ways to kill someone than physically. Okay. I don't necessarily just mean murder, but this is where you're going to claim your first victory. If you've noticed over the past few years or months of any type of antagonism, internal struggles, any type of skirmishes, the whole purpose of this battle for truth, le petit mort. See, Dara knows what's good. If you ever made someone orgasm, you might have given them a little death. But other than that, wow, I just said that. Other than that, or you can transform many. You can kill them with your mind. Yes, that's very true. You can like death note it. But other than that, be very, very mindful that this is a breakthrough point, because Mars and Gemini, the next breakthrough point is Mars and Virgo, the evidence of this. So you're really, really, really going to break through this transit into a definite initial victory. Don't worry, the heat is going to raise back up in Leo, but this is why you need to stay focused on the truth, because this is now the period where all the discrepancies and the deception that other people have been placing towards you, for example, will come to light. And this is where over time, people's own actions dig their own grave. This is so for those of you who've been staying true, it's great victory. For facets of yourself that weren't true, you get to confront that. It's really a W depending on how you look at this. But the bomb that I'm dropping here is you're really going to come into very quickly that certain energies, people, situations have not been as honest with you as you would have liked. In most cases, they weren't being deceptive. They were just mistaken. In some cases, you're being completely deceived. Let me just tell you right now, while the Mars is squaring Neptune, I wouldn't trust people. I wouldn't even trust that people know what the hell they're saying. Even what I'm saying, everything I say, you want to actually apply this to your real life. That's why I don't worry. My channel is legit. Like I'm speaking what is. I'm not trying to postulate too much. I'm just kind of giving you a forecast. But know that the way that certain people will project things, if you feel off about it, that's because it is. And there's unscrupulous, like people's minds are in a daze right now. It's going to go into Aries, and you're going to see things explode. No pun intended. So I'm gonna get my cards. I'm getting my sage right now because I feel a lot of energy wanting to come through and channel. I don't even like to say channel anymore. And the reason why I call this the battle for truth, for those of you who walk this light worker path seriously, the agents are deployed. Know that there's going to be concerted effort to try and shut us down because we're starting to slowly reach a critical mass. So there's going to be extra work in media to make what we do look pseudoscientific more, to make it look like lame, to make it look like we don't really know what we're talking about. That's why I'm keeping the same formula throughout. So I'm going to add more creative elements, but shout out to the day ones. Thankfully, we know we have nothing to prove. That's what gives us the advantage over a consumerist culture that's naturally competitive because they're trying to edge each other out. We don't do what we do for competition. We were ordained to do this. We were destined to do this. People come to us because we're meant to help them. So the whole steez is different. That's why I say if you walk in light, if you walk in integrity, you don't have to worry about, John Oliver, you don't have to worry about like, dark forces because they can't touch you. They can only touch you once you step out of that light. Now, in the case of John Oliver, it's double-edged sword because he's also helping us. Like, if you noticed when he did that piece on psychics, he exposed frauds. And unfortunately, there are frauds in the psychic arts industry. There are frauds in astrology. Frauds exist. So it is what it is. The only deceptive thing is making it seem like that's all there is in this industry, but it's not their job to legitimize what we do. It's not our job to prove it either. But just keep in mind, this is the stigma that we have to deal with. This is why I say it's a battle for truth. And unfortunately, as I keep on saying, oh my God, I keep talking too much. I'm supposed to get something. There's no, you know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, Chad, the percentage is higher. Because when it comes to frauding, like I know a very popular tarot reader who has not given money back to people who they're owed. I won't say their name. They're very popular. They still get paid right now. But to me, you're a fraud if someone pays you money and you dispute on PayPal that you've done work for them, which you haven't, and they can't get their money back. It doesn't, if you do, I've been doing this work for like 4 years and I'm undefeated. I'm proud to say I'm undefeated. I've never had a reading that people didn't like. And when people wanted refunds, I've given it to them. I have never frauded someone once. That's the power of integrity. Someone can say I'm a fraud. Someone can say that I lie to people. They're going to have to hustle their evidence. I have never, ever frauded someone once, where there are people who, they've acted like they've given Reiki healings, but they really haven't. And they could still be doing this to people. They're taking advantage of the long distance Reiki healings that they give people, knowing that other people have to accept on faith. They don't get the money back when they wanted. They don't get the readings they paid for. I'm sorry, if you do that over 3 or 5 times, it's fraud. It's fraud. And people are willing to overlook it. Why? Because they watch their monthly videos. Oh, this is so on point. Oh, this is so accurate. I mean, accuracy is not a substitute for fraudulent behavior. When Moses threw down the staff and the rod, guess what? Pharaoh threw down, hey, show this show this Moses dude we got magic too. They threw their rods down and they turned into snakes too. So whether you're light or dark, you can have juju, you can have magic. But what did Moses' snake do? It ate the other two snakes. Walk in light, my friends. It is what it is. Quantum Storm, that's my cap moon. That's the reason why I'm not really like most Gemini men. I have a cap moon in Taurus rising. So anytime I do my negative Gemini stuff, I get my own ass whooped by myself. But shout out to Crazy Bull Spirituality. So I'm not really worried. People, and this is where people can twist facts. If anybody wants to attack my credibility, I know they're only going to have to lie about it. And that's nothing I'm going to worry about. These things happen. You know what I'm saying? People manipulate perception. You guys have seen the beefs I've gone through. I'm still waiting on an apology from someone I will not mention who has lied about me on their big flat platform. Waiting for them to act their age. Hopefully they will one day. Because the lies that they have said do affect me. I don't like to admit that, but there are people who think I'm a harasser. There are people who think that I've endangered someone's child with stuff I haven't done. It's so weird. And this is a message for Mars and Gemini. Okay. When people think that you've done something wrong, they are going to tell the whole world. But when they do something wrong, that you don't hear a peep. And it is what it is. Okay. It is what it is. Mars is in Gemini. Okay, so Geminis are going the torch of sexiness went from Taurus. It's in Gemini now. If you're a Gemini, if you have a moon in Gemini, you want to lay on the moves. You want to be a bit aggressive. Okay, you got the hots. People are looking at you a bit more sexually, but are willing to come at you a bit more aggressively. Look at how Kodak Black is being treated. Okay, that's why I made that video, and that's not to excuse his decisions. That dude's gonna have to be accountable for everything he said. That's just the way life works. But just notice certain trends. Look at how Geminis are going to, before this passes on to Cancer, take advantage of this energy. But just letting you know, the truth can and will be twisted if you let it. And so let's do a quick ritual. I want you to hold in your mind's eye your vision for the next 6 months. Okay. Mercury is 29 degrees Pisces. Talk to a Pisces sun or moon today if you have to, or rising. Okay. What's the imagination of your greatest vision? Why do I say your greatest vision? Saturn's in Cap. That's the greatest. The vision is Jupiter in Sagittarius, and the imagination is Mercury in Pisces. Let me tell you how magical this energy is. You don't have to do anything but that. In fact, that's the only homework that I have for you. Spend time in contemplation, just visualizing, because everything that you see, the moon in Virgo will be like, oh, that's what you see? Okay, I'm going to manifest reality so that you can now build up to that. Okay, but because we have over 400 people watching, let's do a ritual. I'm going to go get my sage. I'm going to get some cards. Okay, so I want you to envision this imagination. We're going to do a mass manifestation right now to where we will manifest at least one concrete, not sign, but experience that's $1 billion Vibe Tribe certified and will literally be an expression of our combined energy to just kind of remind us that we have this power. I like doing these mini reminders. Just to explain one more time. Okay. Shout out to Astro Phoenix. That's a genius. I'm looking forward to what you find. And yeah, so we're going to envision, we're going to activate Mercury in Pisces, see that vision, and then we're going to release and intend for the Mercury and Virgo energy to manifest this physically. I have Taurus, I have Cap, I have 0 Virgo in my chart. So whenever the moon's in Virgo, I can now combine the rest of my earth and do something really. Okay, so just thank you, Sandy. I'm really grateful for the water signs who enjoy these rituals, because y'all are the juju of this. We combine all elements. And I'm sorry, I'm laughing at the fact that I said juju. But yes, I want you to just really envision. The cool thing is we have reached a place where the work we had to do before we don't have to do anymore, because like Venus is at the tail end of Pisces, Mercury is at the tail end of Pisces. Do you have this vision of, you know, somebody sweeping you off your feet? Venus is still in Pisces. If you are envisioning a lover to sweep you off your feet, yes, your twin flame can be your enemy. Oh my gosh, they're not. Trust me, most people, you'll know. See, people think that someone's their twin flame because they feel this incredible soulmate connection. No, if you haven't looked at a partner and it's like, oh, I want to kill you right now, that's not your twin flame. Period. Like it brings that up. It's like a simultaneous, damn, I want to rip your clothes off, but oh, you're so annoying, get away from me. That's true twin flame energy. But don't worry about that. It doesn't have to be that dramatic. Venus is in Pisces still, guys. So like if you're envisioning and fantasizing of someone sweeping you off your feet and then grabbing you to the fridge and then just hand feeding you pizza and rubbing your belly and saying, I'm gonna pay all your bills. No, don't worry, baby, I got you. What? Let's go to the mall. No, I got that. Do you want more pizza? That you need to do that right now. Like that. Don't let anybody tell you that's unrealistic. Okay, let me tell you, there's no such thing as unrealistic anymore. Neptune is in Pisces. A 50-year-old husband with a wife and kids was like, you know what? This is facts. I want to be an 8-year-old girl. I want to be an 8-year-old girl. And you know what? He did not let society tell him that he can't be an 8-year-old girl. And he became an 8-year-old girl and he got adopted and he has a younger sister. So if he can make his dreams come true with Neptune, you can make your dreams come true too. I am trans financial. Okay. I am not broke. I'm a billionaire. Okay. I have changed I'm trans financial. I am in the top tax bracket. I may not have the bank account to show, but I'm not going to let nobody stop that. Okay. Anything's possible. And it is, let me get my sage. So just imagine right now. You already know what it is. Okay. Oh, get that. Damn it, is that how you feel? I had to get the stick. Get the staff. Y'all getting the strap. I'm getting the staff. Holla at your boy. Hold up. All right, yo. Here's what we're going to do. Victoria, I'm glad this has been uplifting. First of all, I love you guys. I've been just feeling like off. Not really off. I just have been feeling like not doing much. And I know it's because of this like latent Pisces energy. Please know that we have heavy hitters, 444 people watching now. So as you're imagining, like they're ascended masters watching this chat who are alchemizing your wishes, not wishes, your intent. I'm gonna light the sage, and I'm really feeling a lot of your divine. See, because I'm a divine masculine myself, I can channel your divine masculine. So I'm gonna be channeling your divine masculine. You feminines, your divine masculine is coming strong. So I have a message, okay? While I light this sage, I'm gonna channel your divine masculine. Baby boo, you don't have to mess with these scrubs anymore. Is he still making you drive your own car to pick him up? Is he still expecting you to pay? Is his broke ass still making excuses about why you need to go Dutch? Baby, I'm here for you. You don't have to settle for less, honey bun. I just want to feed you honey buns, even though that goes against your vegan diet. I want to spoil you. I'm here. You've been holding space for me for so long. Okay. Did you really think that I was just going to leave you hanging? Don't give up on me now because you had to kiss a few frogs. Don't give up on me now, baby girl, because you had to see the wrong way. I've been practicing my stroke for you, baby girl. Woman, divine feminine. Okay, I got you. All right, I exist in your partners too. Don't think just because you're with me already. Some of you are married in a relationship. I exist within him too. Aren't you just waiting for that part of him to come out there and remind you why you got together in the first place? Did you think that it was over just because he got comfortable? No. Bay 2.0 is coming through. Okay, he was not sleeping. He was just getting ready. Okay, and for you single goddesses out there, I got my eye on you. I know that sounds creepy, but I know you like that a little bit too. Just not from the wrong person at all. Okay, don't even worry. All right, I know you've been waiting for me to sweep you off your feet. It's here. It's here. I was just waiting for you to come to where you're at because it worked on me too in the same way. You may already know me. You may already know. You might have put me in the friend zone because I just didn't have my shit together. But now I do, and I'm just so going to surprise you. Bay 2.0 is here. Okay, we had to work some kinks out. We had to work some kinks out in the 1.0 version. You know, too much sliding in the DMs, but now the exploration is over. I only got my eyes on you, babe. Don't worry about these men who make these halfway commitments, acting like, oh, I don't know. Mike Jackson, no! No! Imagine if I interviewed Derek Jackson. I'm so afraid to interview Derek Jackson before I get dragged for film. I'm not ready. Hold on. But yes, Bay 2.0 is here. It's all good. I can't believe someone said Mike Jackson. Stop. Shout out to Derek Jackson. That's what's up. He's definitely you could tell he's a high priest. You could tell he's a Cancer sun. Like he's not playing no games. It's just like separating the fuck boys from the real men. I get you. But Bay 2.0. It's all good. Why are you dealing with Bay? Why are you dealing with these men who don't sing to you? What's up? You're saying he doesn't sing to you every day? He doesn't look you in the eyes and tell you it's gonna be okay. He doesn't massage your feet. He's still relying on random novelty to get you excited. He's not devoted to you. That's not me, Bay. Bay, you don't have to see me in these men who just don't make the cut. You were right. Don't let these boys make you feel that maybe you're asking for too much. No, you need to connect with me, Bay. This is Bay 2.0. I got you. I could cook too. I could throw it down in the kitchen. Okay, the peace dealer makes ham sandwiches and peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I actually can make that ravioli. I actually can make plant-based foods. What? You vegan? You got a plant-based diet? Okay, cool. We don't have to go to BJ's. Because I can make a full soy meal. What's up? All right, it is what it is. I'm not channeling anymore because he's throwing shade on my sandwiches. Okay, first of all, you eat my ham sandwich, you going to heaven. Whoa, that sounded way too sexual. Never mind. Okay. Other than that, I'm not going to Super Homie Squad. I'm not going to channel Bay 2.0 anymore because he's starting to get a little bit too sexual, and I wasn't. I mean, Mars talks are supposed to be sexual, but I don't want to get in trouble here. But yeah, last message from Bay 2.0, don't settle for less. You're a queen, right? Most of y'all are queens and goddesses, priestesses, Why are you settling for less? You only got one life to live. There's billions of people here. Know your worth, beloved. We're entering Taurus season. You better know your worth. Okay? If he making you feel like you demanded too much, he probably just a boy. Come and get you a man. Okay, it's all good. Don't cheat yourself. Treat yourself. All right. All right. Is he too busy for you still in 2019? Does he not know? Does he not know who you truly are? Does he not know why you've gone together? All right. Other than that, yeah, shout out to my divine masculines. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no message for the divine feminine. You already know what it is. Um, it's not the whole if you see her, go out and get her paradigm is dead. You are not a caveman. Please respect people's space and decisions. Um, Continue to surrender to your inner feminine. She will lead you the whole way. Trust me, these women are so much more psychic than they used to be. And these women are already psychic. So it's a little scary. But it's also dope. Shout out to Chad representing. Just walk in integrity, focus on your mission, and you know what it is. Now the thing here is when it comes to the last thing I'll say with relationships is if you're getting in a relationship, especially first of all, shout out to those of you who are conceiving of babies. If anyone wants to go half on a Capricorn child, like I'm not opposed to unexpected pregnancy. I'm opening up all applications. If anyone wants to have a baby with your boy right now, it's going to be a Capricorn. This Capricorn child is going to have South Node on their sun, on their Jupiter, on their Saturn and Pluto. That's literally like giving birth to a child that's going to make you millions of dollars. Now, it's not all about the money. It's not all about the money. But if any of y'all want, we don't even have to be romantically involved. Like if the synastry is right and you want to go half on a baby, like let's do that. I'm just letting you know, like this is the perfect time. Time's running out. You only have like 4 more days, or you're gonna give birth to an Aquarius. Do you really want to give birth to an Aquarius? You might want to. And if you want Aqua 2, holla at your boy. Okay, so if you want a kid, we only got 4 days left. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what's popping, because it is what it is. I'm trying to have a South Nodal baby. Trust me. Some of y'all are like, oh, I can't afford babies. Ooh, if you have this baby, oh, you'll be able to. Okay, so if any of y'all want to take that risk, holla at your boy. Even if it's not with me, you know what I'm saying? If you're thinking about conceiving, if you're having a child that's going to be born around Capricorn season, I hope you know you're giving birth to a monster. I mean, to a supernatural child. Okay. Anyway, for those of you who are getting into relationships, the first thing you want to do, and this is not relationship advice, even though this is advice about relationships. So I just pulled the whole Gemini thing, like saying that it's not something before I say it. Please make sure, no matter what context the relationship is in, that you are awesome. Please make sure that you are establishing long-term goals. So, I mean, like, if you're really serious about getting with someone, I really do hope that at some level, the very first conversation you're having when you're ready to be serious about them is, okay, what's our long-term goal? What's our 3-year plan? What's our 2-year plan? No more of these situationships, because if you're not making a long-term goal or a plan, I mean, your relationship's not going to go anywhere. I know you might want to like get to know each other first and then do it, but please save both of your time. And it's not really just specific to romantic relationships. Uh, any relationship you're wanting to move forward, make a plan with them. I mean, maybe when you were in high school, it was cool to just kind of chill with people. But as we step further into greater enlightenment, make sure you attach your values to these goals. It doesn't have to be anything huge. Hey, we're going to be sharing time together. Let's work on a project. I mean, this is all my earth talking. Some of you aren't really earth ruled, so this might not be your priority. But yeah, do you have long-term plans and goals? Are you wanting to stay in the same place? I can't tell you what your goals are, but yeah. So let's continue to focus on your imagination, and let's attune this with this Mars energy. How are you, especially for those of you in existing relationships, you could renew vows, you could renew any goals that you have. Ow. So I want you to really close your eyes, feel all our energies holding hands. Let's connect our energies, right? Got the staff, got the Hermit and the Ace of Wands. This is an allegory to the Virgo moon, and you're literally going to manifest something due to this ritual, and regardless of whether you did it or not, that's going to be like your way out. I know a lot of you feel like you're in a fog, but what you're not aware of is that your spirit has already lighted the way forward, and there's a caveat. There's something that has been in front of your face that this Mars and Gemini transit is going to have you see in a new way. It's not new though, but it's in a different way. There we go, a different way. You're going to have a different angle that's going to give you full perspective. So tonight, what's going to happen tonight as Mercury goes into Aries is you're going to manifest something privately, literally out of thin air. And it's going to be what you could use to go address all your problems. Put it this way, the conflict has had to arise first. You had to get the conflict. Now, a lot of you are going to get the Master Sword. Yes, I'm doing Super Chat Mercedes. I'm also doing the priority first for the Patreon. But yes, you're going to manifest a perceptual understanding of your own energy so that you can be in a position to now go back to every conflict and use that. Some of you are going to manifest the Master Sword tonight. You're going to manifest an epiphany that will now give you perspective about how to actually attack and confront problems you've had. They're not really problems, but challenges you have, conflict you have. And if you find that conflict erupts shortly after this, that's because you have the power to deal with it. So important. So I'm not going to lie. This transit's going to push you on the battlefield. And know that once you're pushed on the battlefield, you're not going to be dealing with anything you can't handle. And this is going to directly follow. Oh, God, I don't have any tongs. This is going to directly follow you gaining amazing insight on how to utilize your power. Think of it like a production where everything follows a storyline. Even though some things are just random and meant to be random, even though it's not ultimately random, but in your perspective, it will seem that way. Okay. Even though everything happens for a reason. So other than that, it might not be a sword. It might be a rod. It might be sex. It might be money. It's definitely going to be something physical. And that's what I want to say. So imagine we're going to take some time to just honor this opposition with the moon and Mercury, right? So let's say my Mercury in Pisces vision is I'm levitating. I'm levitating. Oh my goodness, I'm levitating. I'm a super enlightened monk, even though I never really want to be, but I'm a super monk. I'm levitating. Money is just coming from my palms. I'm totally independent from the system. Like I've mastered all my superpowers and I'm omniscient. Like I already know you watching this ate soup beforehand and you've come to watch me and I'm just pretentious as hell. in my vision, I'm super pretentious with my superpower. Because I mean, if you had superpowers, why wouldn't you be pretentious? Like that's the whole point of having superpowers, so that you can be pretentious. So I'm just super pretentious. I'm lording myself. I'm being so annoying. And what's this moon in Virgo transit going to manifest? It's going to manifest something physical. What's the Mars in Gemini action that I'm going to take? I'm probably just going to work out. Maybe the road to levitating means I have to bang out push-ups, and I don't want to do that. Or maybe not. Maybe I might have a whole new perspective of how I do this. But just like Sandy Lancaster said, I'm trans financial. All right. You know, my bank account doesn't have billions in the bank, but I'm a billionaire inside. And I know this. It is what it is. We can be trans financial together. All right. I'm also trans age too. I have the spirit of an 8-year-old. Even though I'm 28, I'm really an 8-year-old, but it's all good because my soul is literally billions of years old. And I just have this dilemma, but it's cool. We're trans financial. So I'm really a billionaire. You know, I'm only around these broke people because I have to be. No, I'm just joking. I'm really a billionaire. I'm part of the I'm part of the $1 billion vibe tribe. All right, I'm not broke, even though I don't have the most money in my bank account right now, but we don't have to talk about that because it's 8th house. And yeah, you know what I'm saying? My mind state, my beliefs, I don't even sweat money that much. And I've seen this work too. Like I've been in positions where I need money, but I don't really sweat it like that. And so because I take that attitude towards it, money flows a lot more. Somebody just today wanted to pay me to advertise something on my Instagram. And I mean, it really wasn't something I wanted to promote. So I just said no to the money. And, you know, I didn't let my need for money control me. And that's very important. Okay. Definitely keep that in mind as well. And let's just take some time to imagine this. All right. Water signs, as we're converging, and fire signs, you're just going to be guided. Your body might start to move on its own. This is because your body is manifesting differently from where your mind is at. I wish I could say that better. It's like your physiological response is literally speaking its own body language to cosmic forces that your mind may not be linked to. And it's going to take until the rest of this Uranus transit for you to really get there. Okay, so let's just close our eyes. Okay. Let's just really close our eyes right now. I'm going to burn the rest of the sage as best as I can. Breathe down to your diaphragm. Breathe out gratitude. And remember, Venus is in Pisces too. So what's your romantic situation looking like? Are you with Bay 2.0? Bay, I want to sing a song for you. Wait, hold on. Let me think. I'm not going to freestyle this yet. I call this song, I Got You. Yeah. No romance. Well, if you want romance, run away. No, I'm just joking. If you want romance, my friend, it is definitely available to you. Just envision it. Are you tired of creepers sliding into your DM? I got you, bae. Are you tired of F-boys wasting your time? I got you, bae. Every single day, in every single way, I got you, bae. I'll sing to you every day. Look into your eyes. I don't play. I don't lie either. We don't go that way. This is not 1.0, it's 2.0, bae. They slide into your DMs, but I come through your front door. Pause. Wait, no pause. But yes, I got you, bae. I'm gonna work on my songs. I'm actually write a song, but yes, it's 2.0. Some of you are gonna get Bay 3.0. He comes extra hung. Anyway, envision your vision. See what you see. Oh, yes. Feel it like it's already in motion. Oh, yes. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. Hit the like button for that song. Thank you, NH. Yes, you can have multiple bays. Some of you are queens. You have a bay harem. Come on now. Anything is possible. Okay. In honor of Mars and Gemini, there's only one more thing that we have to do. Okay. Um, you can write this in your heart or your head, or like I'm gonna do right now, you can get a piece of paper and I want you to write a spell. I want you to write a magic spell. Now, the thing is, Pisces is abstract and Virgo is detailed. It's specific. Virgo wants to know, what do you specifically want? Shout out to Just Hone. Dreams do come true. Really. And Gemini, oh yes, I'm Bay 3.0. I'm the third sign of the zodiac. It's 6:33 p.m. right now. You already know what it is. What's your friend know? Peace Dealer is totally Bay 3.0. Maybe even 7.0, but I'm not. That's not my contract. Can't say that. The whole magic with Gemini and Sag. So you're bringing these two polarities, and you're weaving it through the vehicle of language in a very personal way. Know that everything that you write, you're going to be shown by Jupiter. And other than that, you could do anything you want with the paper. You can burn it, you can keep it. But now that we've envisioned this, I want you to take that imagination and feel yourself writing it down on paper. Here's the best part. What you write down doesn't even have to make sense with what you're seeing. All I want you to do is take the feeling of what you imagined and feel it channeling into the words you're writing. Okay? And see if you can channel what you write. You might find that it writes itself out for you. So yeah, I'm gonna get a piece of paper real quick. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get a pen rather. All right. Magic journal. Skirt. So now that we've charged our intent, what I'd like for you to do is to feel it coming from your hands and writing down the paper. You can say whatever you want. Of course, though, the more intentful your words are, the stronger or more magical they'll be. Okay. So, thank you, MB. Much appreciated. We've been working out a little bit, so the body's starting to come through together. Don't worry, like I'm a thirst trap season is coming soon. Once I get that 6-pack, I'm just be posting thirst traps. I am not above it. Let's have a belly right now, and I know that's not so bad, but you're gonna see me doing these strip tarot videos. It's coming. It's coming. Okay. I am a master of infinity. I manifest unlimited possibilities. It's one of those things that sounds amazing, but is actually more confusing when you really, do it. But who cares? Girls trying to deceive men into believing dad bod is hot. Well, I mean, they're not totally wrong, but it is a little tummy is okay, Some people like the whole Peter Griffin belly. It works. It is what it is. I'm a bit self-conscious more than I have to be. I'm a bit sexy, but I could be more. These spells could really also just be what you intend to manifest. Oh, that's hilarious. And but if you make it poetic, universe loves that. This is why Aquarius's 5th house is Gemini. You're perfect just the way you are. Thank you. Thank you, Otaku Dancer. The secret to my magical abilities are serendipitously revealed to me. Uh-huh. Yes, there's no rush to write this. 11 p.m. PST. You have until like 11. I mean, you can do it after too, but Mercury is going to shift at the end of the day. Okay. It could be a poem. All right, so I'm gonna read what I wrote. If anyone wants inspiration, I'm signing it with my glyph. So this is with these rituals, I do it in a base form. Like there's a way you can do these rituals in a more methodical way. See, I don't have Virgo or Libra, so like if I did, I'd probably be more polished with how I do it. But I'm Mars and Aries, I just do it right. So showing you how you can do this in the lowest form possible and it's still effective. Add anything that you want. I wrote down what flowed with me. And shout out to United Love and Light Project. Glad to know you're in Vegas. And what's important is I felt what I was envisioning flow from my crown to my hands. So this is imbued with energy, right? Just the energy of intent. My whole vision is to really more so manifest my latent abilities, which has been happening. I'm going through personal transits. So here's an example I have. I'm a master of infinity. I manifest unlimited possibilities. I am victorious and live free. The secret to my magical abilities are serendipitously revealed to me. Infinity symbol. It is time to walk my path with grace. I am ready to partake of the divine and savor the taste. I am the winner of the divine race, because we are in Divine RPG 2, Divine Race. But yes, whoosh, I signed it with my spirit. It can be so much more detailed than that. The more heart you put into it, the more you're going to get out of it. It could be a contract like, hey, Saturn, I want this, do this. But this is Mercury 29 degrees is like an ultimate, it's like an ultimate wish degree. It's like an ultimate manifestation degree before it resets. And once it's in 0 degrees Aries, it's put in motion. And the moon in Virgo is going to put this real. And that's just one possibility. There's so many different ways. I'm really giving you like the most basic look at this. And wow. And also, I'm going to burn this after. You don't have to burn this though. And what's really important is that you make the intent. That's why you don't even have to write it down. Michael Jackson used to write manifestation letters all the time. He's a master. So, you know, it really does, you know, work. Rest in peace, by the way. And other than that, am I missing something? I think I'm missing something. Oh, there we go. So the whole point of this, like now I want you, okay, so if you're connected with your higher self, if you're connected with your higher counterpart, I want you to feel this energy coming up. And then before it, you can burn it. I'm going to burn it if you want. But some people are saying bury it. For sure. Now, this is because we're doing all this together. So we actually have the power to not force things, but to literally kind of pinpoint a time limit, right? So before you go to bed tonight, you will 100%, okay, manifest. I don't want to say a sign, but a 100% like next step. This is the moon in Virgo lacing you and letting you know, hey, I heard your intent. If you're serious about this, here's the doorway. You can walk through it. And as proof, it's going to literally go into Libra, opposing Mercury in Aries. So whatever you wrote down, whatever you felt is going to return back to you tonight. And it's going to mirror what you said so you can quantum leap and literally walk through that door. I hope that makes sense. So, like I said, I'm ready to walk my path. Something is going to manifest for me to literally walk through that door. You have to walk through it yourself. That's kind of how co-creation works. And now this is where we get to Mars and Gemini. Mars and Gemini is manifesting the expression of your action ability. You have sparked desire when it was in Aries. You have added values to literally augment the quality of this. And now in Gemini, it's anywhere. This is why Gemini seems indecisive. Mutable signs are tapped into the infinite array of possibilities. They're not fixed signs where it's like, well, these are my values. It's either this or that. They're not cardinal signs that are taking action and are going to go somewhere. Mutable signs are like everything. Like Sagittarius is infinity. It's like, this is everything that's possible. So a lot of you are asking, what do I do with this paper? This is an action you're taking. Every action that you take now must be true to you. So if it's true to you to burn it, if it's true to you to keep it, if it's true to you to recite it every day until it happens, then do that. This is where what you do isn't based off of what other people think, but what you think. This is going to go into Cancer May 15th when everything's in Taurus, and now we're sustaining this awareness, and you're going to develop your unique energy signature. So this is where things get fun, but this is also where things get serious, because you must speak not your truth, but the truth. And people debate over what the truth is. So just literally go based off of what you know and be willing to engage in friendly debate. It's not going to be friendly because some people, aren't the most respectful, but don't let that get to you. Expect to be tempted to be triggered in various ways. And it's definitely very important that you see it for the psychological game it is. So now let's get deeper in here, okay? Thank you for doing this ritual with me. And like every ritual we do, even though this is more simple, you're going to manifest results for this instantly. The whole point of it wasn't even writing something down, it was just setting an intent and, acknowledging that this is really being put in motion right now. So even if you didn't do this ritual, you were doing this unconsciously. So adding conscious effort and awareness to this is just supercharging it. Now, this is where jokes are over. I mean, I'm still going to be joking a little bit, but jokes are over because now I have to talk about some real dynamics. Uranus, as we speak right now, is semi-sextiling Mars and Gemini. Are you aware with 12th house aspects? The 12th house is hidden. We will never have this again. Uranus in Taurus is 12th house effect from Mars and Gemini. That's literally like covert agents, not only spying on you, but that's also, if we take power as Mars and genius in Uranus, many of you are having a mental understanding of the physiological changes your supernatural abilities are producing through you. Your own supernatural power is producing power through you and the quality of what you're thinking. So this means while Mars is squaring Neptune, you should be getting a tidbit psychotic. If you've noticed, if you're it's going to be hard if you're fighting to be normal. If you're allowing your thoughts to just go left field, it's taking you somewhere. It's not just going left field, because this 12th house influence to Mars and Gemini is literally, that's why I got the Hermit and the Ace of Wands, but it applies to the Magician too. This is where, for example, I mean, I was driving, and I'm not going to say too much more, but I was driving and like I waved my hands over the yellow light, and like the light was significantly longer for more than it was supposed to be. I'm not going to attribute this to superpowers. I'm going to attribute this to great timing, because your boy has great timing. But stuff like that, something that's like so subtle, but it's like your powers are literally starting to manifest, but it's 12th house, so it's secret, it's private. This is literally your own body letting your mind know that the game has changed. That's number one. Number two, Venus and Mercury is in Pisces, so your subconscious is literally accessing the higher faculties of the chakras that are literally in the ozone layer and space. And for the first time in a long time, you are manifesting physiological responses to high divine spiritual energy beaming down your crown that, unless you were a Pisces, you probably didn't really notice. See, it's cool for me to say, because I was really oblivious to this. I don't have Sag, I don't have Pisces. Some of you live this life. So I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. The caveat here is, hey, now you know what to do with this energy more than ever. The next thing I need to say, and before I even get to the next thing, Mercury and Venus is together. So literally like talk romantic to the universe. Okay. Be very you still want to keep alive this Neptunian dream, because once this moves into Aries, all this energy is shifting, and like the steps will be brought towards you for what actions to take. Mars and Gemini is going to literally confront deceptive influences that want to bully you passive aggressively by making you feel that you are wrong for standing up for the truth that threatens their own false ideology. So be very mindful that many of these people are not enemies. Many of these people are friends who just have differing beliefs and viewpoints than you, and you're going to see their true colors be revealed, because certain minor disagreements that a true friend wouldn't necessarily end their friendship on, you're starting to notice that their true colors come out because they were agents the whole time. And some of you are naive, and you don't listen to that intuition that told you from the get-go, hey, this person is not good for you. But I understand you don't want to seem like an asshole, and so you're not going to listen to me, and you're going to wait until red flags show up. But the reason why that doesn't work anymore is because dark forces are deceptive, and with this mutable energy can be a chameleon and change their attitude enough so that you still patronize them. So let me just kind of be honest here. The truth is going to flash instantly. And a lot of you are in a position where you're a little bit afraid of saying things that offend other people. Here's a litmus test. If what you're saying is true, then don't worry if it offends somebody. And I don't mean in the rude way where it's like, well, you needed to know this. If you're standing up for yourself and you're standing in authenticity, I hope you know you're purposefully going to be put in situations where you have to say things that will come off as offensive, because if they don't get it from you, they're probably going to go around yes men who lie to them to get what they want, and you may be their only source of truth. So conflict now and peace later is better than fake peace now and conflict later, where you had the chance to tell or act in truth. Mars and Gemini is acting in truth. Lena says, will they wake up? Great question. Please understand, this life is a subjective, well, I won't say, please understand, people's experience of life is ultimately subjective despite any objectivity that governs it. And so even though someone is asleep to you, they may actually be awake. And I want you to keep that in mind. There's levels to this. And this is where with Mars square Neptune, there's a twist. This is the part of the story where there is a twist. We were in Aries season like we are right now, and Mars was in Aries before Aries came into play, and this sparked great desire. You had an initial vision, we're going that way. Mars went into Taurus. These are the resources and the internal qualities of strength and the values that I need so that I can get to my destination. And now we're entering Twilight Zone and Detour Land. Oh, you thought that was the only way to get where you have to go? Well, that road's not even available. Oh, you thought you were going to get with that person? Well, that person has a partner. So what now? Because you said you were going to die if you couldn't be with them. But look at you, still breathing, alive. What's up? It gets real, my friends. So please understand that you are not the only authority that exists. And just like you have spirit guides, other people have spirit guides as well. So many of you are so focused on other people's spiritual development that you may have forgotten that they are meant to stay stuck in the way they are right now. Some of you get pissed when people don't listen to unsolicited advice you gave them, as if you're meant to lord over their lives what they should do. when, hey, maybe they're supposed to really be in that place, and you're not in their shoes, so you don't know that on the surface it may look a certain way, and speak the truth to them, but you can't really expect them to go on your pace because they're living their life. Okay, please keep that in mind. Some people mask codependency in these ways by focusing on other people's paths because they don't want to go through certain hardcore realities alone, and so they're going to want other people to be at a certain level they are. Nothing wrong with caring about others, but just keep that in mind. If you notice that somebody is not at your pace, if they were meant to, they would. And know that, there is a whole universe. Like, whenever you're in doubt, there is a whole universe. Like, there is a whole central intelligence and galactic federation that has preordained and predestined with you your life before you were born. So, like, why are you worrying about what other people are doing with their life? You may not be privy to the contracts they made, but the most you can do is hold space for them and keep it moving. Because if you're going to get distracted by how other things look, you're going to forget the truth. So, this is the most important thing that I need to say about this transit. Okay. What is the number? What are 3 things right now that you're focusing on that is true to you? I'm going to give you my example. I'm going to give you, here, for an example, I'll give you what I'm focusing on. I'm focused on becoming my greatest self. That is a personal truth for me, that I am great and I want to live up to that potential. I want to accomplish my North Node mission, right? Which is tied into me being my greatest self. Another thing that's true to me is I have 3 queens. I have 3 queens in my life, my mother and my 2 sisters, right? That's true for me. I want to make sure I can be put in a position to where I can make sure they're straight, right? That's 3 of maybe many truths, but I'm going to focus, let's say, on those 3. What this transit is going to do with these detours is it's going to bring up so many different distractions that you will see. It will literally seem like you have to focus on them, but it's really just meant to distract you from those core truths, right? When the dark forces will give you some, but take more, be careful that the things you literally get invested in don't distract you from the truths you focus on, especially the truths that you have committed to right now. So keep that in mind, because what's going to happen with this Mars square Neptune transit, especially that will occur exactly on the 26th, is you can get lost in pointless debates with people. Pointless debates that have more to do with lording over whose belief systems BS is correct than there being any point. And if you get wrapped up in it, you'll lose sight of the fact that you're being spiritually finessed. Okay. Mars is going to oppose Jupiter, and this is going to add on the decision you're making to stay true, truly pointless, like Ann Wu-Tang said. I literally just pulled the Wheel of Fortune card, and it's going to present an opportunity. Jupiter's retrograde. There's a risk you have to take. And see, this is where things get hard, because some of these risks you take will assuredly give you an L. And here's a loss. You might have to incur loss. Here's an example of how this may occur. So you realize that you have to tell the truth. Let's say this opposition comes and somebody wants to know, which one of you people read tarot cards? Which one of you people believe in astrology? For real, for real. Some of you, please pay attention, because this applies to you directly. And you know that if you take this risk, it will alter perception about you, right? So What's Mars and Gemini? You're acting in truth. It is the truth that you engage in these modalities. And so you take that risk and you proclaim, even though a lot of other people won't or don't, I won't say they won't, but let's say in this hypothetical example, they don't. And because you took that risk, you took a perceived loss. You had a lot of endorsements. And now people are like, oh, this is too risky. We can't support someone like this who looks pseudoscientific. Pull the endorsements. Let's say you lost like $100,000 of something. And now let's say this is the other side of this. It's like, okay, I don't want to risk anything. So I won't be 100% in truth. I'm going to keep what I have, right? And you keep those endorsements, or you take that risk and you lose it. Okay. It is a perceived loss. And a lot of you are going to go through that. Some people are going to stop messing with you because you open up about something that you weren't sure if they were ready to accept or not. Remember, keyword perceived. However, what's the caveat here? Yeah, you might have lost $100,000 in endorsements, and like 99 out of 100 people in the room now think you're some complete weirdo. But because you took advantage of that platform, one person out of those 100 people pulls you to the side and is like, wow, if you didn't open up and speak the truth about yourself, I would have never known that there was somebody else like me in this classroom of 100 people who actually believes in the same thing I believe. In fact, I didn't want to open my mouth. 18. I didn't even want to open my mouth because I didn't really want to risk anything or have that courage. So, hey, I would like to invest $1 million in you. You're someone I can trust. We have the same beliefs. You lost 100,000, but you gained $1 million. Or, you know what I'm saying? 99 people may think you were weird, but you gained confidence in one person who is aligned in your path. That's just an example, too. That's just a hypothetical. Shout out to Mandolin. That's just a hypothetical situation. So keep that in mind. That's the whole lesson behind the T-squared. Things are not at all as they seem. And, you know, in that case, someone may not even come out to speak out. But all you need to be concerned about is walking your truth. And now this is why this is important. Don't be very careful about the battles you pick and the battles you fight, because some people, this is where I say stay focused on your truth, stay focused on your mission. You're going to have people take what you're doing and twist it, misconstrue your very actions. If you're a Gemini, you're already used to this. If you're a Sagittarius, you're already used to this. Okay, if you're Virgo, you're used to this. Pisces too. All right, so you're going to have people misconstrue your actions. You're going to have people look way too into your actions. Whether like someone disagreeing with you could be just as dangerous as someone agreeing with everything you say, because there's certain people who you don't want agreeing with you. There's certain people who represent something that is totally, you know, foul to what you represent. It might not be a good look if they agree with you. So don't just be friends with someone just because they agree with you, right? So keep that in mind. You're going to have people who twist your actions. And this is why I said, if you're ask yourself, are you so concerned with the actions of others that it distracts you from the truth you are pursuing? Okay, because if you get attached to other people's reactions to truth, like Brett saying not to, this will distract you. And that's the whole point of the dark forces, to possess people who have darkness in their hearts. They don't even have to be consciously aware of the fact that they're being possessed and used, right, by a collective conscious dark force that is very highly intelligent, just like light is highly intelligent. And this is purely just to knock you off your path, especially for those of you who are frequent in social media and you clap back to people who you don't need to clap back at. Like, you're such on a higher level than people who are just wanting attention. Like, you may not even know. People will purposefully say, some people have been trying to get your attention. They've been trying to say nice things, but they see that you clap back. So they may agree with what you say, but they're going to say something antagonistic because they know you're going to clap back. They know you're going to give them attention, and that's maybe all that they need. And now you're divesting your attention away instead of staying focused on your truth. I'm not telling you to do what you want. I mean, do what you want regardless, because some people know how to maneuver that. Some people know how to take that and use that for their own. So I'm not telling you not to clap back, especially you Libras. Libra and Virgo be clapping back all the time. So if that's your thing, do it. I'm just trying to let you know. Please, and see, you peep this game already anyway. Y'all are very intelligent beings, but I'm just letting you know it's very important you understand highly what the psychological nature of this is. People are going to want attention. Why are so many people showing their dark side right now? Lena asked. Well, Mercury and Venus is in Pisces. That's 12th house to the sun in Aries, which is making one aware of someone's character, but there's a dark side to that. And so, I mean, even within me, toxic behaviors have been coming up, but I call myself out on it and I move on. You got to have responsibility. This is another thing. As you see, a lot of you are going to be triggering a lot of true colors from people. As this comes through, keep on trekking forward. There are going to be some groundbreaking realizations and revelations that are purposefully crafted in a way to have you get distracted. Keep it moving. The gossip is going to be juicy this week. Keep it moving, especially when it comes to conspiracy theories, especially when it comes to, once again, people trying to make other people feel like what you're doing is weird. You can waste so much time trying to prove to these other people, hey, that person's lying, that person's wrong. Or you can stay true, keep on doing your work. Yeah. And don't worry if stuff happens out of that defamation where you lose followers or people start to turn on you. Please don't insult spirit. Don't believe that you're divinely protected. And then when you go through trouble, you start to worry. The same spirit that protects you when you're manifesting abundance is the same spiritual protection you have when you go through difficulty. And you know what? The universe will put you through difficulty just so that they can brag to higher celestials. Like, look at my consort. Look at my vessel. Like, look at how they're bossing up and they're owning up and they're dealing with difficulty. They're not even letting it stop them do what they do. Keep on staying true, because that is what is going to get you through. And the people who have been invested in you for your integrity still see it, and they're still going to support you. A lot of you will not open and express your talents because of what ifs about stuff you can't control. Some of you are still worried about trolls commenting nasty stuff on your profiles as if you can't control or delete that. All right. Like, there's no excuse to hold back your talents. And I need you to know that there are people out there that need what you have to offer in this very superficial, competitive, glam, social media, even before social media, this has always been a thing, world. You know, it's all about who pops more, but this is not what we do. Okay. This is not a popularity contest. I have 30,000 subscribers, but whether I have 2,000 subscribers or 3 million subscribers, my message is going to still be based off truth. I'm still going to do what I have programmed and scheduled. It's really not about the fame or the accolades for me. It's about who I could reach, who I'm destined to reach, what I'm going to do with that reach, and how I'm going to fulfill my karma, just like you. I'm telling you this one more time, beloveds. this a real war out here, and the battle for truth is going to reveal what your integrity looks like. Because what's going to happen is Mars is going to move into Cancer, and now you're going to make serious decisions while Mars is on the North Node for what you fight for. Mars in Cancer is going to be brutally hard, because you're going to realize that what you fight for can drive you away from people who you love. And you may find out later that, you'll come back around, but you have to make hardcore decisions on doing what's right versus doing what's true to you. Okay. And sometimes those are not the same. And it all starts from now. You have to make sure that every action you take is true to you. That takes an intense amount of focus that has everything to do with the most important part of this transit, the fact that Mars in Gemini is King Kunxing Saturn and Pluto in Capricorn. Gemini and Capricorn do not have the best friendship. You have to know that there are dark sides of the system that seek to undermine truth. There is corruption in every system. No system is perfect. And so there is a dark force that seeks to smother truth. This is why they have to distract other people with other irrelevant news pieces so that you're not focused on the truth. Did you notice? Usually some type of coincidence happens where we have somebody die, or we have some type of catastrophe occur when something else pressing happens in the media. I don't have any facts to prove that it's more than a coincidence, but too many coincidences like this make you think. Okay, this is not no ad post hoc fallacy either. Anyone who's paying attention can see this. So keep that in mind, and know that with this King Kunx, your decision to walk in truth will make you a target. It will attract the attention of people who want to test your intent and who really just want to give you a hard time, because the light of truth expressed in Gemini is shining on the darkness that they possess in ways you wouldn't know, because you're not focused on them. You're focused on your truth. And that's all we spit in the booth. Okay? So keep that in mind. This is the battle for truth. And you will start to notice how your decision to walk in truth, to walk your talk, to hold yourself accountable to the truth you're taking action on. Literally, where every single action you take, you ask yourself, is this true to who I'm becoming or not? And each time you follow that, you're going to reveal more and more of the truth. You're going to reveal more and more suppression. And now let's get into the nitty gritty. My friends, a lot of people are demon possessed. A lot of people have negative attachments and parasites that they have either picked up or through engaging sexually or socially with negative, evil ass mofos they picked up. So the biggest deception is that, oh, well, since I walk in the light, or since I'm a light worker, I don't have any demons attached to me. You need to check yourself first, because it's the crafty dark forces that draw back and only do a little bit before you realize you have a huge parasite. Don't worry about what other people have. Make sure within yourself you're okay. And this is why we do these rituals that clear away this type of stuff, because with the $1 Billion Vibe Tribe, the way I set stuff up too is that if people do have negative entities, they either leave the chat or it's released. But just know the frequency to which you can pick up negative beings is a daily thing. This is why you need to practice daily psychic hygiene. Your spirituality is the holistic integration of the beliefs you have and your lifestyle that you do on a daily basis. Certain people think that you can do one spell to get rid of negativity and it's gone forever. But the day comes up once and the sun sets once as well. So you have to keep that in mind. So other than that, um, if you take your spiritual hygiene and your spirituality serious, it's devotional. Spirituality is devotional. You do it every day because every time the sun comes up, it's a reset button and you're having to do it again. This is your devotion, all right, to the universe. So keep that in mind. Other than that, you know, stay blessed. There's so much more I would like to say, but I am going to oh wow. I am going to cut this a bit short and definitely the last thing I want to kind of keep in mind. And yeah, I'm gonna do the super chat. Um I could draw cards for the signs too, but other than that, be very mindful of the language, right? We have opened up the spark. Mars and Aries gave you an idea of the direction of your superpowers. Mars and Taurus built strength, and Mars and Gemini is developing the language of your superpowers. How does your mind communicate to your body? Because Mars is semi-sextiling Uranus, you're going to manifest this in a unique, special way physiologically to you. And you know, you can do the 33-day ritual whenever you want, whether now or later. We personally restarted it during the new moon in Aries, and the way that a lot of you are developing your own special language before this steps into the feeling of your power. Because once Mars goes into Leo, it's a different type of victory transit where you're expressing this out with people, hence the proximity to Libra, you know, other people. So keep that in mind. And yeah, other than that, you know, don't be afraid to like speak life and light into people. And some of you might be cussing other people out, but what your spirit is doing is casting away demons. Some of you are literally going to feel like casting and bind, like I cast and bind away this negative spirit within you. Popularize this. Like, it's not bad if you do this. Like, you know, if that's what you feel like doing, risk looking like a weirdo, but it's totally going to be effective. And look at the weird face that people give you when they do that. Okay. This is definitely going to be a transit where you start to see a different side of certain key people around you that reveals motives that were hidden. And you just want to stay focused on truth and ask yourself, what is aligned in the truth of the action you'll take? Thank you all for your patience. Aries, Aries moon, Aries rising. We have the Magician card for you, as above, so below. So make sure you put yourself in a position to align your focus and know that everything that you are putting in motion is manifesting your reality. And not only that, you have the talents and skills needed to do what it is you want. If you're waiting for something, you don't. You literally have every resource. So believe in your current talents and skills, because that's all that's needed. I love the Magician card. It's like one of the best cards you can pull. And you are the one, Aries. If you're looking for the one, for those of you wanting to manifest, thank you, Dawn. Thank you. If for those of you looking to manifest a romantic potential, you are the one. So know that. Don't wait for the one. You are the one. You live the first sign. Taurus moon, Taurus rising. We have the Strength card. This is talking about tantalizing sexual experiences, but it's also talking about fun. And you are going to harness a special element of your strength that taps you into the infinite potential you have. This is a lot to do with you kind of, knowing you're stronger than you realize. So this is definitely good, but it's definitely tapped to your sexuality. So be more comfortable in expressing that as well. Gemini moon, Gemini rising. We have the Empress card. Okay. I'm going to do front and back cards. So, what was for Aries? All right, never mind. The Empress Gemini is talking about abundance. Okay. So it's great for income. It's great for unconditional love. Venus wants to bring out your beauty and it wants you to embrace beauty. So whatever that means for you, just know it's going to be very good. But I'm getting abundance, Gemini. You're definitely going to manifest this with Mars here. Cancer moon, Cancer rising. We have the Three of Swords, which is crazy because the bottom card is the Lovers, but the Three of Swords, Cancer, is talking about a definite sacrifice. It's not as much betrayal as it will seem like. The Three of Swords is very much so a necessary sacrifice. And in many cases, Cancer, you are the one that's going to drive that sword into someone's heart. Okay. Thank you, Bobo. Thank you so much. Honestly, like, I'm not going to lie, Cancer, you might break someone's heart this transit because you let someone know that the fantasies they had around you, no. Like, I really think someone really thought that you were the one for them, and you're just going to be like, no, boo-boo. Leo moon, Leo rising. We have the Fool card, which is interesting because the Two of Cups is the bottom, but the Fool card is Uranus. The Fool card is saying, Leo, there's a brand new adventure that's opening up. Thank you, Mo. There's a brand new adventure that's opening up for you this evening. Amen. And it's definitely allowing you. Oh my God. Okay, never mind. It's definitely allowing you, like never before, to embrace an unexpected turn and an unexpected shift. The reason why this is unexpected, however, is because it's nothing that you could have expected. You need to have an open mind here, Leo, because this is not going to be your type, especially if it's a romantic potential. Not going to be your type initially. They might be younger, but this is literally like a detour into a rabbit hole that's going to be so fun. You just have to be willing to try something new, okay? But it's adventure time. Virgo moon, Virgo rising. We have the Two of Wands. You want to make some very important plans for yourself. These plans are definitely going to reveal an important level of where you see yourself in the world and what it is you want. Okay. Now there's a different Jesus Christ. There's a different part of this message that's also very important because it definitely brings into focus or into an element of understanding of gaining actual like resources. Virgo, you're going to pull together resources that allow you to manifest very powerful projects. But you know, be of course be as you will be discerning on who you let in. But what are your plans? It's not it's before the long-term plan card. But what is it that you desire? Kind of really ask yourself that through this. Libra, Libra moon, Libra rising. We have the Lovers card for you. And the bottom was the King of Pentacles. The Lovers card is quite self explanatory. People are going to have the hots for you. You're going to have sexual opportunities and experiences. But this is all about adding a much more charismatic and passionate connection from your mind and your heart, where everything you do is just really fun. Okay, so keep that in mind. While there is a sexual element to this where you'll be sexually charged, Libra, you really just you don't want to have rose tinted glasses, but you definitely want to apply this sexual energy towards a love of what you're doing, and it's going to be contagious. Scorpio, Scorpio moon, Scorpio rising. We have the Five of Pentacles. Scorpio, who really cares about what you're going through? This is a great period. Weird is the new black. That's hilarious. This is a very amazing period to see who you can depend on, because you may be going through perceived lack. I don't really think this applies to everyone as like financial uh lack, but you may be going through some type of alienation or feeling lack. And the purpose of this is for you to see very clearly who has your back when they don't have anything that they can gain from you. Sagittarius. Sagittarius rising. Sagittarius moon. We got the Ten of Pentacles as a bottom card, but the King of Swords. So the King of Swords is someone who's either going to be a source of, I got jester, but not like a court jester. A source could be a partner, it could be a friend, it could be an enemy. It's someone who's going to sharpen your mind. They're going to challenge all your ideas. It's an Aquarius. It doesn't have to be an Aquarius sun, but it's Aquarius energy. This is talking about you becoming an expert in your field. It's talking about you maintaining objectivity. But the important thing about this card, Sagittarius, is that you want to be mindful whether this person is an enemy or a friend. They're going to sharpen your mind. They're going to challenge the way you articulate things, and they're going to bless you with great high level knowledge that you can utilize at will. Capricorn, Capricorn moon, Capricorn rising. We have the Hermit card. The Hermit card. Oh, no. We have the King of Cups. But the bottom card is the Hermit. So the King of Cups is definitely similar to the King of Swords that I pulled for Sag. One moment. Alrighty, folks. Thanks for your patience. So, the King of Cups for Capricorn is mastery of your emotions, secrets that are going to come from your feelings in order to dignify how you emotionally respond. This is a Scorpio energy. It could have to do with someone who's going to help you develop greater wisdom. Um, I get a mixed message with this, to be honest, because the King of Cups, I feel for you, Capricorn, is going to be, it's not really traditionally a message that's more than night. For some of you, it could be a past lover. It could be someone you're getting with or you're getting back with. But I really get the sense that there's going to be an emotional truth that this King of Cups kind of brings your way. Okay, so keep that in mind. It's very similar to Sagittarius, where with the King of Swords, there's definitely going to be knowledge. So Sagittarius, you're being bestowed with peak knowledge, Cap, peak wisdom. Keep that in mind, okay? Aquarius, Aquarius moon, Aquarius rising. We have the Five of Swords, and the bottom card is the Eight of Pentacles. So someone might be picking a fight with the work you're doing. This could be work related. The Five of Swords is saying, don't believe the hype. This is a Venus and Aquarius card. So make sure you're not alienating yourself because you want to be right. But I get the sense that someone could just be trying to pick a fight with you, whereas the Eight of Pentacles isn't even focused on this person. They're just busy working. So play your cards right. Choose your battles wisely, which is the most important thing for Mars and Gemini. Choose your battles wisely. This is 5, so it's temporary. Be very mindful of people name calling. There we go. People be very, I'm having a vision of you working hard and people just name calling you just to trigger you, just to get you to stop doing the work you're doing. That person just wants attention. They're lonely. They're a loser. They're very lonely. So it's like picking at you might be some of the only attention they'll ever have. Don't give it to them. Pisces, Pisces moon, Pisces rising. The card we have for you is the Strength card too. You got the same card as Taurus, the same bottom card as Taurus too. The Strength card takes on a significantly different meaning for you, though. However, Dovita, I feel you. This with the Strength card is saying that you're going to manifest infinite potential with your skills that you have already unlocked. So let's say that you have worked your way up to becoming a pro at a certain skill. You're going to now evolve that skill and add to your strength. I split the deck and I got the Magician, while Wild Magi asked, what's my superpower? So I don't always skip the super chat, but Wild Magi, you are so powerful that my body just pulled this for you. And you have the superpower of instant manifestation, where you envision something and you take action and it simultaneously manifests itself for you, and you can warp reality. So keep that in mind. Pisces, the message for you is that with the Strength, when you think you can't go further, you can go even further. You have unlocked unlimited strength within yourself. Okay. Last message I want to say is release the blindfolds. Okay. This is Bay 2.0. Some of you don't think you're worthy for Bay 2.0. Bay 2.0 is in front of you, but you're letting these insecurities about my weight, my looks, I don't know if this is right, get in your way, release those blindfolds, and I'm letting each and every single one of you know right now that your romantic potential and partner, if you're single, is with someone that you think is out of your league, but is not out of your league. And they don't see themselves as out of your league. They see themselves as equal to you. So you need to remove those blindfolds, beloveds. I'm going to pull one more, though. Bottom card. This is going to be a magic card, so it's going to manifest tonight with this ritual. Yep. 3 of Swords, a definite sacrifice, okay? And not just a definite sacrifice, but also it's going to let you know what's getting in the way of you manifesting. So it's definitely, it's definitely going to make aware what needs to be cut. What is the extra weight that needs to be cut? So wasn't looking for, I'm gonna pull one more. I wanted to pull a happy card, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm gonna do one more card. Give me something good, tarot. What the hell is this? Don't give me no 3 of Swords. There we go. We got the 2 of Pentacles. Investment. Hustle, my friends. Invest in new income streams. You can multiply your money. I really like this infinity symbol. You can take 1 cent and turn it into $1 million. Okay. How you do it, well, that's up to you. But you must stay productive. So now I'm going to do the super chat. There's a long line. But before I do the super chat, I'm going to go down the list for the priority members, basically all the patrons. For those of you who would like to skip the line and, you know, be a part of the priority group, you're welcome to join the Patreon fam. Shout out to Evelyn, who just recently joined. Okay. Shout out to Yada B. Need to build that kingdom, do the kingdom flow. Shout out to Sydney Freeman. Thank you so much. You totally got to come through to Vegas so we can definitely connect. Can introduce you to the Super Homie Squad. You're definitely welcome. And yeah, let's do this. So Rebecca Resser. I'm pretty sure some of you may not even be aware that I'm reading these for you, but if you are, shout out to Michael Chubrowski. We got Archangel Michael in the building. Welcome. Rebecca Resser. All right. We have the Tower card for you. The Tower card. Oh, Dovina. I don't know. You're a little dangerous. You might tie me up, Dorita. I don't know if I'm ready for all that. Even though my 12th house Venus is like right back at you. I mean, I can't say I'm not. I'm definitely interested. But never mind. The Tower card, Rebecca, is talking about things falling apart, but only in a way that is actually better, even though it may seem bad in the moment. Whatever falls apart is meant to. So don't get too put off by that if you notice some things go left. Keha Hayes Mason. We have the Knight of Pentacles for you. The Knight of Pentacles is definitely speaking of Beatrice. I'm not going to lie. For some reason, you guys decided to just bombard me. So it's a pretty long line. It's not that short. I'm actually have to start doing separate super chat videos just to get to these all because it's pretty long. But Keha, we have the Knight of Pentacles for you. You are stabilizing your financial material resources, a very reliable friend can help you with this process as well. Oh, please support my readings and reports. If any of you definitely want to report, if any of you definitely would like some, you know, I'm gonna ask y'all, how many y'all want a April discount? Should I turn my reports to $40 for the remainder of April and then put them back up in May? My Instagram is the Peace Dealer. How do y'all feel about that? Because what I can do is I can turn all my $50 reports to 40 for the remainder of April. If y'all feeling that, I can extend that discount. Okay, that's what's up. I totally highly recommend the transit forecasts and the astral reports. They're so good. And that's not self-proclaimed. Like, people let you know. Monica Harden, you're actually next. So let me go to my website right now. I'm gonna turn them to $40. Wait a minute. Oh. I'll just discount. Them right now. Monica Harden. Shout out to Monica. You've definitely been going hard with the support. Really appreciate you. You're totally star fam. Love the fellow Libras. So we have the King of Wands for you. The King of Wands, ironically, is speaking of a very passionate influence in your life that is in your life to complement your natural inquisitive nature. This could be a romantic partner. I see the Queen of Cups. So it could be someone with strong feelings for you. This is very important. Oh, I can't do that. Huh? This is very important because you're definitely going to, through this individual, even if it's not another person, you're stepping into greater independence. And this is actually a green light if you're doing anything independently or entrepreneurially, because this is going to do and be very powerful and positive for you. So totally want to move forward with that. In terms of any business endeavors that you're working towards, green light as well through there too. I've also just changed the $50 reports to 40, so they are available. And yeah, I'm thinking if maybe I should do even another discount right now. Let's see. Okay. So for those of you who are interested in reports, the $50 ones. Oh, even the tower reports too. I'm gonna turn to 40. They are now 40 now though. And this will last for the rest of April. Once we get to May, I'm gonna bring the prices back up. Shout out to Brett Dickinson. Brett has been pushing me to raise my prices. But I'm gonna just keep them like this for now. Just so they're still affordable for some of you. All right, nice. Cool. Once again, you can schedule the time and date on my website. And okay. P did 427. P did 427. We have the Nine of Pentacles. You're stepping into so much greater abundance, even with the Two of Pentacles as well. This is talking about self-employed hustling that is making you a lot of money. P did, thank you, Wild Magi 11. P did 427. You're stepping into greater luxury on your own merit. So congratulations, you have enough money to splurge, and it's well deserved. Okay, Jen Pamela, Jen P. We have the Nine of Pentacles for you as well. Your independence is catching the eye of someone who is also entrepreneurial. Thank you, Miss Leo Scorpaqua. And this is talking about you having both the masculine edge and the feminine receptivity. But the Nine of Pentacles for you is also talking about you stepping into a lot of money, especially into this cycle, because of the discipline that you have really expressed. And W. Thank you. We have the Ten of Pentacles. So this is talking about a large surplus of income, but I really see more so also a legacy and tradition, kind of like a family business and projects that you've put in motion to where all your passive streams of income are coming together, and it's going to usher in a new cycle throughout this year based on money you've worked literally for. So, I mean, the simple way to say it is a lot of money, which I don't think will be a lot to you, but it's still a lot. Like to the average person, it's like, oh my gosh. But to you, it's like, oh, I get to invest more with this. Davida B, we have the Ace of Swords for you. So the truth is going to make itself very known. And we have the Queen of Cups. So you're going to have a very important conversation with somebody that they really express their emotions. And this could be to you. You're being pulled to express how you truly feel and to not really hold back, because there's depth and psychic insight in the wisdom you share. Karen Falon, we have the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is definitely speaking of you being put in a position to make important long-term plans that also honor where you're headed, and the action you take on those long-term plans are going to be highly lucrative. Your ships are coming in. UG 1616, we got the High Priestess. The High Priestess, Pumpkin, is in the room. The High Priestess is definitely talking about the world, your intuition, leading you to completion, and a graduation to the method of how you actually follow synchronicities. You're done. You have finished the synchronicity map. You're going to come into the sign of all signs, and your intuition is leveling up. So you're really going to find that you don't just receive signs anymore. You have deep intuitive insights, UG 1616. Evelyn Hernandez, thank you so much for your patronage. You are one of the OGs. Seriously, you rock. Thank you so much for your support. The message that I have for you is the Nine of Wands. Perseverance. A positive future is ahead. This is going to transition nicely. You just want to stay perseverant. Your experience has molded you, and we do have the Ace of Cups, right? They're sailing towards new love. So just stay the course. Do not give up. Stay vigilant, and you will break through very shortly. Okay. Very, very shortly. I would say before Gemini season. Carrie Richard. Carrie Richard. we have the Nine of Wands for you too, but with the King of Swords. This is a Scorpio. I think this is echoing Evelyn's card again. So it's definitely saying don't give up maybe on your connection with this King of Cups. We got the Sun and Scorpio card again. You have a soulmate connection, maybe with someone who's not on your pace. You staying perseverant is definitely going to allow them to maybe reveal what's being hidden. See, we have this here coming from your side. I think you could tell they might be hiding something, but you just still want to be patient with them, okay? And they're going to slowly open up to you because they get a purity with you that they don't with others. Rhythm and Density. Hey, we got Kate Belmont in the building. You might see a peace talk with her soon. All right, she really cool. Okay, we got the Empress and the Knight of Wands rhythm and density. So this is talking about passion and beauty. There's a wild sense of your beauty that you're going to be expressing. You're going to be imbued with a whole lot of passion and a whole lot of charisma that you want. You might even want to go on a short road trip because you can meet someone very beautiful. PJ, we have the Chariot card. You are marching toward into victory, forward into victory in a way that's going to be very advantageous for you, very, very, very powerful. And you definitely want to enjoy in each and every way. Okay. Sharon, Iana, but it's saying to just carry forth that momentum. Sharon, Iana, we have the Chariot card for you and the Five of Swords. You are going to be a victor over some conflict that was probably brought to you, especially when it comes to Empress Daisy. You're like the first right after the patrons, but we still have like a few more left. But yeah, you're gaining victory over a conflict that might have slowed you down. You're not even focused on the conflict. You're just carrying forth that momentum. Thank you, Maria, for the Astro report. You stay blessed. I got you. Faith Scott. We have the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is definitely speaking of you being put in a position to see very clearly where your plans are taking you. What it is, you're going to really have a grounded understanding of what you want to manifest. So really focus on your desires. What is it that you really want? Because it's going to come into form. Farishta Zarifi, we have the Seven of Swords. And for clarification, we have the Chariot card. So this is like seducing a prize catch or cutting in line in a professional promotion. You're not really going to be shady, but you're going to break the rules a bit and you're going to skip in line in the way you achieve victory. So really trust in your unique way of doing things. Alexandra Madison, we have the Nine of Pentacles, cha-ching, and we have this card again too. So you might be hustling in a different way, but this is definitely going to allow you to step into luxury by your own means, okay? Nika, we have the Magician card for you, and I think you also donated, here too. So Nika, even though you're not in the tier, because I switched it this month, keep that in mind for the rest of April. For those of you who did 11/11, this once I'm going to do this, just in case for anyone new that comes through. But after this broadcast, I'm going to go back to the 22. Hold on. But we got the Magician for you, Nika. And I also have large size piece dealer T. I got you, Leo Gem. And the Page of Wands. So you're going to receive exciting news about something you can utilize your own skills to achieve, which is amazing. Malika, thank you so much for joining Patreon, fam. I hope you even see this. We have the Two of Cups. So you're definitely coming into I'm actually going to text this to you. You're actually coming into a mutual union with, this is definitely romantic that I'm picking up for you. So congratulations. And really enjoy this. This is definitely someone who matches you quite effectively. And finally, Melissa Gonzalez, we have the Three of Wands. So the Three of Wands is talking about you being in a position, to not only make plans, but plans that are aligned with your authenticity and your magic and your flow. So it's totally independent with what you're doing. And if there's anything unique that you're putting into fruition, you want to start taking action on those plans. The Two of Wands kind of plans what they desire, and the Three of Wands acts off those long-term plans, sets goals, and makes it happen. It's the Sun and Aries card. So whatever you're manifesting is coming through now. All right, now we're finally starting on the super chat. See, these are gonna start taking us so much longer. But it's all good. I really might just start doing a separate live for these, but we'll see. Tanya, what will be the outcome of my medical claim? Okay, this is probably more for Tim. So Tanya, I'm really just going to pull a different card. That's so interesting how you commented right when I got to you. That's a really good sign. So we have the Nine of Pentacles and the Two of Cups. Tanya, this is really talking about connecting romantically with someone who is as luxurious as you. Like, you're going to enter a relationship where both of you are going to enjoy luxury together. Okay. Really keep that in mind. It's really, really, really going to shock you, because I see you might even be the one that's the Nine of Pentacles in a relationship, but the energy is just so powerful. It's very beautiful. Okay. And keep that in mind. It could apply to what you're going through as well. Empress Daisy, you have the Knight of Wands. The channel T is there's a Sagittarius that has their eye on you, but also, whether in a romantic or platonic sense, it's saying to change up the energy, do something different. That's the energy I'm channeling for you as well. Shake things up, go on a random road trip, because you're very fixed. So if you move your energy as a fixed sign, as a Scorpio rising and a Leo, you're generating energy. So when you move with it, even if it's on a short road trip, you're going to be inspired. It's going to move, and it's going to do a whole lot. And I extend that to all fixed signs. Okay, keep that in mind. Swirly 777. We still got to link up. I'm gonna let you know next time I'm in Cali. I got you, Empress Daisy. I'm gonna message you when I'm done with this broadcast. What does my Gemini moon need to hear? Well, we have the Hierophant, and we also have the King of Wands. So what it needs to hear is that you have all the relevant truths. You've been firing off ideas for yourself. Now what you need to do is integrate it in a system. What are all the ideas you have, and what can you commit to really putting into putting into a structure? Because the Hierophant is definitely going to take everything you've learned and integrate it in a system that gives you greater wisdom and how you can understand this. Chad the Maverick, my dude, what's good, soul brother? We got the Seven of Pentacles, which is very important. And I have the Ten of Cups too. So you are developing a very amazing relationship. The Ten of Cups could, I pulled the Lover's card. So I was going to say the Ten of Cups could also be just a very amazing feeling of everything going well. But this is actually a romantic relationship with someone that you both know it's going to last, but it's going to take its time. Both of you want to take it slow, because both of you have so much past life energy you're integrating, and real time energy you're integrating. This is not like the lighthearted relationship, and it's not going to take a long time to put together, but it's really all about just taking it slow. And the Ten of Cups really could also just be, even if you're single, just really your garden is going to manifest very powerfully. Okay. Lily sick. Oh, by the way, I don't know why I forgot to tell you guys this, but the nonprofit that we're investing in this month is Care for Wild Africa. Okay, thank you very much for the tip, or rather thank you very much, Alexandra, for the link for this. So we're going to be setting 20% to there. Okay. Other than that, Lily 626, we have the Seven of Wands, we have the Ten of Pentacles, and we also have the Wheel of Fortune, but really the Page of Swords. So it's like you're having to defend what's yours. Certain people have eyes, Lily, on maybe something that you own, or maybe a certain sense of inheritance, and you need to stand up for it. It is yours. Don't let anybody else make you feel like you owe anybody. This is saying to hold down your turf, hold down your ground. Okay. Thank you, B girl. Dre Lates. We have the Two of Swords. You might want to keep what you're going through to yourself. Don't let people kind of influence you. People are going to act like they want to know your opinion, but they just want to know how you think so that they'll know how to persuade you. Keep your innermost thoughts to yourself and let people play themselves and talk and reveal their motives. Said that's not even what that card means, but that's just what I'm getting with you. Okay. Sandy Lancaster's my relationship with Francois, strictly business. What does he think of our relationship? Oh, I don't have any friends. We have the Knight of Swords. So I think that his view of the relationship is a little bit different. Because the Knight of Swords is not strictly business. Okay. So it's more so he has a flying by. I think he's not necessarily as invested as you may be. The Knight of Swords may think of this as an ends to a mean, but someone with the Knight of Swords is definitely going to be more so. They're going to think of it as business, but they're not going to be as serious about it. It's definitely something that fits their mood right now. Great question, because he's definitely going to give you relevant messages, but the Knight of Swords to me is here and then they leave. So keep that in mind. Anar Amazonite, big decision this week. What am I not seeing? Okay, we have the Knight of Wands. You might want to have a bit more fun. I think you're not seeing the positives in how things can go. And I think you might not necessarily be in a position. I think you might not be keeping into play that certain things are kind of passionately shifting. Extra loyal, I don't read people's minds. I can, but it's an intrusion of space. So I'm not really going to. That's not how I do readings. I don't read people's minds and tell them what they think. That's really disrespectful. Emily E. We have the Two of Cups, which is great because you did a heart. I think you walked away from something that didn't serve you. And the Two of Cups is definitely denoting a mutual relationship with someone that you love. And especially if you're single, you're not going to be single much longer. Okay. So thank you for donating. Miss Kiki, you know what time it is. We have the world card, girl. So this is total success. Let me not even say girl. Star goddess fam. All right. The world card is very, very positive. It's definitely speaking of you graduating to the next level, but they're also being a very amazing and powerful level of energy that brings out the greatest of people as well. Okay. So definitely keep that in mind, as it's really going to denote a powerful level of like your own powers coming through as well. I really get a powerful energy with this world card. So that's what's up. That's really what's up. The elements of life is moving a wise financial choice at this time. Well, we have the King of Swords, and we have the Magician. So the Magician is saying yes, but the King of Swords is saying be very objective with it. So you don't want to move off impulse. You definitely want to make sure that this decision to move is logical and you're not being biased towards anything or anyone involved. So great question. But with the Magician, it is a positive indicator that even if you don't have the most finances, you have the resources to pull it off. Just Jade. Just Jade. We have the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is talking about you stepping into a great epiphany. You're going to understand over the next week the proper way to very, very powerfully and physically word some hardcore truths that you haven't been able to before. It's going to really sharpen the way you communicate, and this is going to give you great victory. All right. Thank you, Justin. Jules Lala. We have the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is definitely talking about a very wealthy individual. Christy Carballo. Maybe this is about your boss. But anyway, this is talking about Jules Lala gaining very amazing financial advice from someone who's wealthy. And it's definitely talking about you stepping into a higher financial tax bracket and level due to your amazing financial management. Jessica T. You're doing and putting in amazing work in your place of employment and out of employment. You just need to stay consistent with that work throughout the rest of this Aries season because you're building the brick and mortar for your success in this fashion. BJ444 Reiki Girl. We have the Nine of Wands, the World card, and also the Fool. You are ending one chapter and beginning another. So honestly, you really just have to stay perseverant. The 9 is right before the end of a cycle. So take your experience. I love how you got the 9. You tipped 999 and we got 9 for you. Take your experience and move forward into that completion. You might feel a little bit iffy on whether it's worth it, and it is worth it because you're about to level up like never before. Okay. Christy, you are not defeated. You're being honed. Amen. Melissa Smith, the channeled message that I have for you is to go on a spontaneous road trip. Go to some place that you've never been before. You might even find pillows there. You never know. And you doing this, like if there's a way to home or a route you haven't taken before, do something new, do something that is risky to you. Do something that you're going to find highly excited because this is definitely going to play out very amazingly. And it's going to show you in a greater level how much latent creativity you have. In fact, you're going to find that passion that you might not have had will just come, and you want to channel that very creatively. Sharice Williams, similar message. Surrender yourself to the work you're doing. Even if it seems like you're just working and nothing's happening, you're establishing consistency. You're establishing a precedent, and it's definitely going to allow you very powerfully to come into greater quality of the work that you do. Okay. Anastasia Salem. We have the 2 of Wands, but we also have the 3 of Wands and the 4 of Swords. So this is saying to actually plan out meditation. Maybe you need to plan out a vacation. The 2 of Wands is saying really focus on what you desire. You may find that you desire different than you thought. And not just like desire things, like really list what it is you desire, because you'll be in a position to work towards that, manifest that even greater. Love Goddess. we have the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is definitely speaking of you being in relation with a reliable friend and also stabilizing your current financial situation. Consistency is key. And as long as you keep that up, this is going to help you profoundly. Ooh. Sharon, I love how you commented right as I'm about to read your card. The channeled message for me with Mars and Gemini transit, my Mars is 29 degrees Libra. So the channeled message is echoing the cards. You want to be patient with your divine masculine. Your divine masculine is biding time, but I see this as you see, like, this is not saying just be patient. It's saying that the work that you have put in spiritually with your divine counterpart is you're going to see more evidence that the work is bearing fruit, but you still want to be patient. It's not fully harvest yet, but this transit is going to show you that there's now manageable effort for you to very concretely move forward with, which is amazing. Okay. Bharti Sharma, the channeled message that I have for you is that maybe you want to invest in an employee. Okay. And the cards that I have based off this channeled message are the Eight of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. You may want to come into, I got the Queen of Pentacles for you. Is there anyone you can trust to do work you're doing for you? Because you want to be more into you want to step into a more managerial position. I think you have enough money to hire somebody. Maybe you already have hired someone, or maybe you work in such a position. You're definitely going to be able to manage your financial assets so much more powerfully. And you being able to work with someone who can do this work for you will maximize your income. Steph, thank you. We have the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is definitely saying that what may be perceived as a heartbreak is actually a sacrifice that your heart needs to make that will definitely allow you to move forward accordingly. Okay. Lady Snake Priestess. Oh, God. Okay. Got the Four of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles. So assured income. But thank you, Maggie. Lady Snake Priestess, we have the Tower card. The Tower card is talking about unexpected celebration. I think there's a surprise party your way. There's definitely great news that's going to come from a friend. And it might have to do with some windfalls of income too. So definitely enjoy that. Definitely enjoy that for what it's worth. It's definitely going to hit you as an unexpected surprise that's going to change things positively, though. This is one of those Tower cards that are good, okay? Garo Choa, we have the King of Cups. So the message that we have for you is to be more emotionally compassionate, be more patient with people. You're stepping into greater wisdom as you psychologically peer insightfully into the minds of others. And this can manifest someone like this in your life that will help you manage your emotions with more maturity. Larry Jackal, we have the King of Wands. Similar message. This is your Leo moon. In fact, a highly influential King of Wands is definitely going to contact you. They may have a proposition for you. They're going to recognize you. This could be someone you know. This could be you. You're stepping more into your star power as well. Okay. Sharon Q, please pull a card. Full moon. We have the Knight of Swords. You are meant to leap into the truth. There's a split-second decision and message that you're going to be alerted to that is going to require you rush to the right conclusion. So you won't need all the details. Just trust that you have the right decision making at play. Velvet Covered Sword. How amazing. You commented right before I read your card. This is happening a lot now. We have the Chariot, my friend. March 4th into victory. And like I pulled for before, someone who's been antagonizing you, some conflict you've been involved in, you're just going to move forward from that. You're not even focused on that anymore. Something that probably bothered you before is not even going to bother you anymore. So congratulations. CG, We have the Two of Pentacles, which is saying to stay productive. The more hands-on you are with the work, the more you're going to multiply your income. So keep that in mind, especially if you're, you know, starting a new business. This is definitely going to help a lot. Beatrice Mansfield, we have the 10 of Swords. It's all over, but don't worry. There's a new completion. So it's like you might go through some defeat, but that defeat is actually what's going to set the stage for your greatest victory. So keep that in mind. If you feel like something's over, don't feel like it's a loss, because it's needed in order for you to make things clear. Miss Leo Scorp Aqua, been doing the 33-day ritual every day. Amen. It's working like magic. Our connection is growing stronger. Message for this divine connection. We have the 5 of Pentacles. And you know what, Miss Leo Scorp Aqua? I'm going to do this specially for you. I'm going to get right now the special romance oracle cards, because I really forgot. Damn, she hella fixed. All right. The 5 of Pentacles is an ancient love card. So it's definitely talking about, you know, through thick and thin, it's a connection that will stick together. But we have past life relationship. You've known each other before, but more so, give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership, which you're doing. And I split the deck and I got true love. This is the relationship of a lifetime. Shout out to Wild Magi, seeing results. Please know the ritual working means it's all you. All credit should go to you. If the ritual works, that means you made it happen. So congratulations. You are that amazing. All right. Bonnie LeBaron, channeled message that will help me now to have the best outcome. You definitely want to have an objective situation about even the worst of experiences. Like you might find that you are in a place of lack, but you want to think objectively about it, because you're actually headed towards a new situation, a new feeling, new feelings that are going to actually inspire you. But you still want to be objective about it, because these feelings can take you away and you could be swept up into La La Land. Card for court case for amorous. Should I move forward or stop? Will I get the outcome I'm hoping for if I continue forward? We do have the Page of Pentacles and Wands. So yes, you definitely want to move forward. However, with this outcome, it's not going to be as exact as you want. It's not necessarily going to be as full. The page is still an initial proceeding, but it's definitely going to go the direction that you want it to go. And this is, of course, provided that you're walking in integrity. So it's a great question that you ask. You're going to receive exciting news concerning this. But it's like, yeah, you'll receive exciting news, but it's not like the final ruling. It's just headed in the right direction. So definitely move forward with that. Claire Underwood, message about my current business. We have the Queen of Swords. I think you're already doing this. The Queen of Swords is with the Wheel of Fortune saying you want to maintain a professional attitude, no nonsense. You don't want to be the person that people are trying to be buddy-buddy with. If you have to be a bit of a bitch, the Queen of Swords gets business done. She's the Libra woman. She will chop heads off. So you really want to apply single-minded focus and really just focus on that. And the Wheel of Fortune is going to hook you up with serendipitous luck, provided you maintain that. And I feel like you're doing that already. So it's just a great sign that you want to keep that. This could also be advice from a woman like this who helps. So that's also there too. Judith, we have patience. And not just patience. We have the Seven of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups, which is saying you have victory. You are slowly but surely manifesting your desires, and you just kind of want them to slowly come into play and form. Congratulations. It means you're going to change a little bit here, change a little bit there, get rid of the weeds, but you just want to keep nurturing what you're growing for yourself. Mercedes. I've been having premonition dream about my new love, and my ex interrupted me, got me cut off. Plus saw my ex last week. We have the Nine of Wands and the Two of Pentacles. So it's funny, you're juggling your new love and your ex, and the Nine of Wands is saying to not give up no matter how difficult things may seem. I wouldn't worry about your ex. The premonition dream that you're having is to more internally have you sort out how you feel about the characters in the dream so that they can reveal a different perspective of your emotions that you don't have while you're conscious. So pay more attention to how you feel in those dreams about those people. Okay, your favorite fish, Wale. We have the Three of Wands, my friends. Your ship is coming in. There's going to be great opportunities to enterprise and move forward. Nika, I pulled the Magician for you. If you're the same Nika in Patreon, fam, I actually pulled you as a part of the priority squad. So, Nika, please let me know if you have pledged Patreon recently for 1111, because if so, I have pulled for you. Okay, if not, let me know, because then I'll just pull for you. I haven't gotten to you yet, but I will soon. Mahogany Turner, I can feel my DNA healing, my ancient self coming back online. What is the purpose of this? Well, we have the Hierophant and we have the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is a very special ancestor or spirit guide who's wild AF. Like, they're the one that's pushing you to talk to that person recklessly, to really do stuff that, makes your heart pitter patter and gets you out your comfort zone. So the purpose of this ancient self coming back online is this ancient part of yourself has an integrative religious system that they're going to balance. All right. Yeah, it's long here. We're almost done though. It's going to balance with your current life, and it's going to give you like wisdom that you can follow, but not randomly, like an actual way of life that will augment your spiritual understanding. And it's going to come very authentic to you, but it's not going to be a boring type. It's going to be very fun. It's going to be very wild, that allows you to express more of those traits. Maya Jade. Moving to ATL, is this the right time to move towards my dream in love? Yes, my friend. And you're going to meet a lot of supportive people who are aligned with you, who you get along with super well. And this is going to be very fun. And you're going to really enjoy this a lot. Okay. Nice. Nika, we have the Death card and the Two of Cups, so I'm not sure if you were the same one who did this, but if not, we also have a transformation of a romantic situation, which is important because you said school advice. So this might be tied into someone you're going to school with. Doesn't have to be romantic, but you may be entering a relationship if you're single, and this is going to transform your single life or be ending one. Okay. Sharon Iana. Okay. We definitely did Nika and Sharon already. Umi, I just found $5 on the ground. All right. My spell on that. Nice. And we have the Eight of Pentacles. So your spell is going to be working. And this is also going this is also going to allow you in a very amazing way, Umi, to figure out something that works for you. You're going to break through in a way that maybe you spellcraft or do something, and it's going to very powerfully reveal a technique to you, and you're going to be able to repeat it over and over for results. So congratulations, because it's going to be something unique to you. Lena, we have the Queen of Pentacles and the Five of Swords. This Queen of Pentacles could be someone who's a bit stubborn, that just really saw you the wrong way and has been arguing with you, but you're going to resolve that conflict in private, okay? This could be just a scattered mind you've had as well, and it's definitely going to make the best of a situation that seemingly went left field or just bad. Angelic Rose just dropped out to focus on my art/fashion. We have the King of Swords. We also have the Magician. You have all the resources necessary in order to master this, but you want to have objective advice. Don't be too emotionally ruled, and manage your resources prudently. Okay, the more moderation you practice, the better. As long as you're objective in your decisions, you're going to be straight. Okay, Suzette, you're just in time. You're right after Mamacita Death. Okay, Mamacita Death. Thank you, Swellner. Mamacita Death. How do I let him go? It's driving me crazy. Well, interestingly enough, we literally have the Sagittarius dude, a new relationship, and the Two of, thank you so much, Swellner, you're so amazing. The Two of Cups is talking about you might get in a relationship with this dude. He might come out of nowhere, or you might attract another Sag dude. So you just let him go. Mamacita Death, I hate to say this, and I've gone through this with the Sag woman and Cap woman. You can let him go. If you allow signs to have you hang on, it's because you want to hang on. But the Two of Cups is saying really explore what this is teaching you. And Sages drive people crazy, so there's nothing you can do about this. But there's a whole new adventure, maybe with another Sag that's coming up. And maybe that's why you haven't been able to let him go, because he's holding space for the Sag that you're about to be with. Suzette Zentner, the card that we have for you is the Three of Cups, and also the Two of Pentacles. But the Three of Cups is definitely talking about celebration, and I think you might even be celebrating the end of a difficult situation. And this is celebrating success and celebrating friendship, especially if you get invited out. That outing is going to be amazing. Pay attention to what your friends tell you, because they're going to key you into some really good news. I get very happy and festive energy with this, and it's well-deserved, Suzette. So congratulations in advance, okay? Maybe throw a mini party tonight, okay? Twisted Sage, we have the Three of Wands. So come up with like 5 ideas that you can, related to your talents and skills that you're willing to invest in, and really put yourself, nice, Umi, and really put yourself in a position to actually, take action on them, because you're going to find forward movement, co-creation with the universe. And 1019, okay, we have the Nine of Wands, we have the King of Wands, and we have the High Priestess. You want to be very perseverant to an intuition you have, whether concerning the King of Wands or more so to this independent entrepreneurial spirit you're developing, especially when it comes to nice, especially especially in a way that allows a very amazing sense of a vision you've had, and about doing something uniquely to you. The results are going to come, but you want to keep doing it because your intuition is guiding you towards that paradise. You will get to that 10 of Cups moment. Okay, Christina Jones. What am I holding back? What should I invest in? The Hangman says surrender, okay? You definitely want to surrender and stand up for yourself. Maybe you're not holding anything back. Maybe you're holding too much in, okay? And you'll know what you should invest in by getting a new perspective, by just letting go completely. All right. So I don't think you're holding anything back. You might be holding back a way you see things, but it's literally telling you to fall back. Okay. Shadow Bird, am I on the right track? Yes, the Magician card says in every area of your life, you're on the right track. You need to align it back to your talents and skills. Shadowbirds, what is your greatest skill? What is your greatest talent? We even have the Sun card. You're going to, by your own skill set, bring yourself the greatest success. So you are on the right track. Just keep being quintessentially you. All right. And your love life career is all going to unify in this amazing way. What's the word? Synergistically. Okay. Synergy is the keyword I get for you. Rebecca J. We have the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is talking about you should walk away. Should I keep pursuing income from stock trading? I don't feel intuitively you should. But the Eight of Cups is definitely saying maybe take a temporary break, because as you soul search in a different way, maybe you can still do it on the side. You're going to come into what you really want here. Okay. But I really feel intuitively you shouldn't stop. But the Eight of Cups is saying, yeah, you definitely want to take a detour, let's say. So keep that in mind. Where you go from there is going to lead you exactly to a place you are definitely going to enjoy. So that's definitely great. Okay. Goddess Adorned, shout out to you. All right. What do my guides want me to know? Your guides want you to know that the work you have been doing is leading you to success, right? You're so busy focused on your work that you may not be realizing success is smiling down on you. So keep on doing the work you're doing, even if, you know what I'm saying, you're not necessarily in a position to see the results. They're there. And you just have to keep up the quality because you're establishing a great precedent. Okay. Wild Magi. We did yours already. We got the Magician for you. I want to add the Fool and the Ace of Swords to this. You can manifest, once you set your vision, you can manifest the initial drive instantly, which is amazing. Okay, so keep that in mind. Malika 11. We have the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is talking about rest. The more you meditate and designate time to rest, the more your higher self will speak to you in a non-spoken way that is more vibratory instead of through the vehicle of language. And this is going to ease your mind and you're going to be more receptive to these messages. Okay. B girl, major plutonic relationship. My Pluto is on his sun in Scorpio and Sinistry. Can't be together. Can't let go. Wisdom, please, for peace in this. Well, you can let go. Pluto obsessions, trust me, I've gone through my fair share. Pluto obsessions are not necessarily impossible to let go of. It somewhere within you, you're attached to how good it feels. So as long as you can resolve that you can let go and you can be together, just because you're not together now doesn't mean you can't. But you know, the wisdom regarding this with the Ace of Wands, ironically, is saying that there's great passion that's going to be sparked here, ironically. And look, it's with a Scorpio. We literally got the King of Cups. So you might be thinking it's not possible, but once you let go of you thinking you can't let go, you might find that things turn around. Maybe not with him, but maybe with the Scorpio that is like this person, but is more healthy for you. Bree Sun, I'm getting like archetype. This dude was really just holding an archetype for you. Kiara, I actually just did yours before B girl. Bree Sun, we have the Ace of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. So there's a new income opportunity for you, Bree Sun, but you might have to travel to another town. You might have to travel to get there, whether it's in your city or not. You might have to move for this, and it is so worth it. So keep that in mind, okay? L Rising. Anything I need to know, keep in mind for an upcoming trip in a few days. It's going to be blissful. This upcoming trip is going to be amazing, and you're going to feel very calm within yourself, and it's you're going to feel amazing peace. So just enjoy it. Really pay more attention to how you feel and the peak feelings that are produced. Cindy G, we have the soulmate card. You're definitely tapping into a more pure place within yourself that's going to reveal maybe a soulmate connection with somebody, but more so that inner child within you that will be reborn in purity. And this is going to be very great, Cindy. It's going to bring comfort into your situations through you. KBS, what's new? We have the Page of Swords. So this is a message from somebody. Someone maybe younger than you is going to alert you to the truth. This is the card of spying and recon. Maybe there's an investigation going on, but because they rep the world, you're going to come into maybe through gossip or maybe through irrelevant information of the truth that will lead you into something you've been wanting to manifest. So I see it as a good thing. I see it as a very good thing. All right. Passionate and loyal. Okay. We have the perseverance card. Stay the course. You're so close to manifesting a lot of money. There's just fog around here. So keep that in mind, because what's going to happen, thank you, Velvet Covered Sword. We're almost done. What's going to happen is, as long as you don't give up, energies are making you want to give up because they see you're going to come into this huge payday. But as long as you just keep on doing what you're doing, you're close, like within a few weeks. Okay. CG, it's a moon in Sagittarius card too. So the moon will be in Sagittarius maybe like in another, moon's in Virgo, right? Another week. In another week. Okay. The Six of Pentacles, CG. Is there any advice I should hear? Make sure you're giving and receiving. Make sure you're giving money to people who need it and you're receiving help from people who need it. Because if you open those lines, your financial flow will be open too. Is JM going to accept my business offer? Lisa, we have no. Okay. You still want to give the business offer anyway, but the Five of Pentacles may seem that it may come off as too needy, or the Five of Pentacles is talking about maybe they just don't see the value in it. But I still think you should do it anyway. And if they accept the business offer, please email me and let me know. Justin Bradford, a message from my higher self. We literally have your higher self, the King of Swords. The King of Swords, your higher self, Justin, wants you to know that you are reaching the peak of your intellect. You want to harness this by being objective. Do not let experiences emotionally frazzle you, which they don't, and be very impartial. Do not make emotionally ruled decisions. Be logical in your approach. Objectivity is the way to go, and you're going to experience, I was going to say feel, you're going to experience this higher mental faculty flow through you as you build neural pathways in order to become so much more strong within yourself. Lisa, I also got the Three of Wands in the world. So if JM doesn't accept this, you're still going to be able to make long-term plans based on your business offer that leads you into great success. Okay. Christy Caraballo, why is my boss such a psychopath? Today was the worst day with my boss and my family. Pisces, Sun, Scorpio, Moon. What's happening with the energy surrounding these lately? I'm so defeated by the dark. Well, we do have the King of Cups and the Emperor. So this is the presence of, I don't know if your boss is a Scorpio with the Aries moon or Aries Scorpio, but it's the presence of a very powerful individual who might be a bit shady. Kiara, I actually pulled yours right before B Girl. I got the Four of Swords for you. And the Four of Swords, Kiara, was talking about rest and relaxation, leading into you getting your higher self's messages. So I did it right before B Girl. It wasn't near the beginning. It was definitely near the end. I would say maybe 5 minutes ago from now, and it was pretty recent. Okay, but Christy Caraballo, the energy surrounding this is emotional depth and control. So people are being highly influenced by this need to be over disciplined. This extra masculine energy could be wearing on you, but you are not defeated by the dark. This is just like someone else said, honing in to make you stronger. And your energy is putting them in check unconsciously. And so this is what's causing certain people to take that out on you. But don't let that water energy make you a victim. You definitely want to rise up and claim victory. Okay. Don't say shady. What if we are just an honest asshole? Passionate and loyal. That's very true. Not every Scorpio is the same. Oh, no way. The Four of Swords was for you, Malika? Are you sure? Because I do remember I mentioned how the higher self was for the Four of Swords as well. Interesting. All right, Kiara, let me pull another one for you. I do have the Two of Swords. Me too. So, Kiara, we do have the Three of Pentacles. I really want to do the Four of Swords for you as well. Yes, Nancy, it did go through. Kiara, I do get the Four of Swords for you as well. So I might have pulled that on accident from, I think I said Malika, but when I interpreted it, it was for you. So Malika, I got the Nine of Cups for you. It's amazing that you're still here. Malika 11, the Nine of Cups is definitely speaking of your wishes coming true. So make a wish, Malika. It's definitely in fruition. Jasmine T, we have the Hangman and the Chariot. You want to fall back. Fall back when it comes to love because you're going to come into victory. Focus on yourself and just surrender when it comes to love, because the focus on yourself is going to get you exactly what you want concerning love. Anything I should know walking into my new job. Chloe, we have Wheel of Fortune and the Lovers. So you're going to come into serendipitous experiences that you're going to really love what you do. In fact, you in this new job you're entering are also going to allow you to change the luck of other people. So it's like your presence is going to brighten other people's days. That's the message that I'm getting from that too. So look for very amazing upsets that are going to be powerful and super awesome. And congratulations. Okay, well deserved. Aqua Elliot, the card that I have for you, this card wanted to come up, is the Two of Pentacles. How am I doing? We also have the King of Wands. Ooh, concierge life. The King of Wands, if anything, and the Two of Pentacles is saying you want to stay productive. You have very entrepreneurial ideas. You want to stay productive and keep hands on because you're ahead of the curve here and it's going to be very powerful. So you're doing well. You're in a position where you're making the most of your time and you're making your time work for you. Nancy Solorio, will I have peace with D? Should I stay friends with him? So the Hangman is saying fall back. Thank you, Jarrell Simpson. Thank you so much. The peace dealer, and thank you, Brittany. Thank you guys for tuning in. Nancy, this is saying fall back. You will have peace. You just kind of want to let things go, not control it. Should I stay friends with him? You can, but you need to be patient with him. It's not like things will, and the Three of Swords, Three of Cups is saying yes. So unblock him if you want, but things are not going to automatically go back to just being okay. Just let time pass and just fall back. Just let things happen. The Three of Cups is saying, yes, you totally do want to stay friends with him, though. Just be patient, okay? CG, I'm curious about my love life. Well, we have the Lovers card. just had a moment right now. And we have the Sun card. So love is going to be the central source of your emotions. It could be a new love. It's good that you're curious. It's not for nothing you're curious. You're really going to be, you're manifesting a very satisfying sexual love situation. And I guess it's going to be with someone new. I don't think it's with someone that you know. This is saying, however, to stay heart-centered and to be in love. Not with anybody, just be in love with life. Really share your light, because this is going to allow you to attract this individual right to you. Wisdom seeker from your favorite fish, Wally. We have the Page of Swords, okay? The Page of Swords is definitely speaking of you coming into exciting news, possibly from this King of Wands, someone who is in a position that's higher than you, that's going to give you a sneak peek of what's possible for you, that's going to make you excited, like, oh my gosh, this is what I can do. Wow, this is amazing news. So this is going to push you to stay excited and to do and take risks with stuff that you're not used to doing. Can you believe it? We finally reached the end. Woo! Damn. Insight on building a spiritual business. Stay true. Write down a list of objectives that you stand for. What's your mission statement? And what is work that you're willing to do consistently just to start up and keep to that. Consistency is key. And worry less about opinions from others and more about what you're committing to do. So I'm going to end this broadcast right here. Wow, 3 hours. Other than that, once I end this broadcast, this ritual we've done is going to snap into gear. You stay blessed as always. Peace. Woo.